Discord. I'm sorry, I'm a bit late. So I'm gonna put you guys down while I set everything up. Let's see if I can. Nah, it's okay. That's okay. I'm late because I was in a conversation on Discord with a guy who didn't know why humans produce milk. He didn't know why dogs produce milk. And he thought cows produce milk for humans. Which is as absurd as they get. But that's what he thought. Imagine that. Today the weather's a bit shittier, so I expect the conversations to also be a tad shittier because people are very much influenced by weather, unfortunately. There's still a lot of people, which is kind of nice. The Christmas market is here, so I think I'm gonna start wearing my Christmas hat starting next week. But right now, I'm just keeping it as it is. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Because I can't really check right now. I really want to set this up so that we can do some outreach. It is Sunday though, so people are generally on Sunday out there a bit nicer. So maybe that. But we'll see, you know. Maybe it's my own projection, you know, maybe because I haven't slept the greatest last night, or maybe it's me who's projecting and thinking that people are dicks when in fact I'm the one who's being a dick. Who knows? Who knows? Right? Who knows? I'm sorry, I'm gonna take the mic. Gotta remove that. Okay. Wow, there's so much. I'm a bit, when I'm tired, I'm always a little bit more. Sorry. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Audio good, okay. When I'm tired, I'm always a little bit more, I don't know, out of it, I guess is the word. I don't know what it is. Okay, the thing is good here. Let's see the camera. It's a bit too far away. Okay, we gotta put this higher. There you go. And now here. Okay, here's kind of good. Okay. Same place as yesterday, coincidentally. Same place as yesterday. I'm half asleep or half awake. Peg, that's how I feel today also. I'm half asleep or half awake, who knows. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work, you know. I woke up in the morning. I started working on shorts because I want to publish a short every day. And it's just a lot of work. So, I swear to God, sometimes I feel like I hope it's worth it. I hope people get something out of it because because it's just so much work, you know. It's just so much work to do all this, to try and make it work well. It's 4 a.m. here. Oh, that's cool. Hey Martin, hey Jennifer Rooney. Hello everyone. Put it to charge. How's the audio now? Is it still good? Because I just put it to charge. It's very much appreciated, says DJ Ara. I hope so, DJ Ara. I hope it yields something. Because if not, I do think I will try from now on. I think my goal is to try and be a bit more productive. I need to figure out a way that it doesn't take so much work. I don't know. Maybe it's for shorts, maybe it's for videos. Because I've been saying, like, I think if you guys been on my channel for a while now, you've already seen me say a couple of times that I want to do more, that I want to make different types of videos, that I want to make a bit better videos also for vegans, for everyone, you know. Maybe just makes all of us a little bit more relatable with a little bit of type of content other than just speaking to people and such. And simply because I want to have a little bit more fun, I guess, with it, because, you know, it's okay to be on the street, but sometimes it's not fun. So I'll try to see if I can make it work in a way where I can do that also, because I've been trying so many ways and I keep promising and I never do. I also keep promising my members that I'll deliver members only content, and also I failed on that promise. I feel like it's just a lot, you know, and on top of all that, financially I'm still in the same place. So, you know, it's like, it's a bit frustrating, I won't lie, it's a bit frustrating. Fighting for animals is definitely something that I want to do, but everything around it is just frustrating. You do awesome work. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna try to have conversations. Let's see how the conversations go today. You guys want to have a conversation with me? I decided to be a bit more vocal about my experience, my emotions and stuff. I feel like it's very I felt like last night we had a conversation in the chat about vegan friends versus non-vegan friends and how difficult it is to maintain either, or to make new friends, or how to deal with family. And I think I'm gonna make a stream either Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure exactly when, we'll see, where we have these conversations, maybe where some of you maybe want to call in and tell me your experience with the family, with the friends and everything. You know, and I feel like I'm just gonna share a little bit more about my experiences, because maybe that will help out more people feel normal about their experiences, understand that it is what it is. Yeah. What about lab-grown meat, genetic extortion? I don't know if it's genetic extortion, but I would assume you can make lab-grown meat with, like, if you ask me, would I rather exploit and slaughter a cow or use some of their DNA, maybe they lost a hair, maybe whatever, and generate lab-grown meat from it? I would say lab-grown meat. Dealing with family sucks big time. Yeah, and I think I want to talk more about that, because, well, I want to talk about it also for myself, but also for everyone else, right? It's important that we unite, that we create this belonging feeling a little bit more. Because the number one reason statistically why people go from vegan to non-vegan is the lack of support. You know, the difficulty of knowing that your family is in a certain way or something. You know, 40-year-old looking 50, so I guess being vegan is bad. Yeah, thank you for addressing my looks. No, I've always looked older, and I appreciate you telling me that I look older. That is a very nice thing to do, to go on a stream for somebody who's fighting for animal rights and tell them, well, you look older because you respect the rights of animals. You must be a really nice person. So thank you for that, Trevor Scott. Martin, thank you so much. That wasn't a call to donate, by the way. Thank you, Martin. That was not a call to donate. I appreciate it, but that was not a call to donate. That was just like me mentioning it as in expressing how I feel, I guess. I feel for lone vegans during Christmas. I'm lucky with my close friends and family. Yeah, DJR, we're gonna have a potluck during Christmas and stuff. It never did bother me to be alone for Christmas, but yeah, thank you, Martin, I appreciate it. Pressure of social plus familial relationships, conformity. Yeah, exactly, right? I think I've been saying for a while now to a lot of people that the one thing that activism that we as vegans don't do enough of, and that would be extremely powerful, is holding meetups in person in your city where you meet with vegans, where you have conversations with them, where you talk about it, how difficult it is, how easy it is, and all that stuff. By the way, it's okay to don't silence people today. Let's try not to silence people today. Let's see how it goes. People will always be shitty. People are so rude. Yeah, that's fine. People will always be rude when they feel bad about their choices. They want to lash out at the person who's showing them that they're doing something bad. that's the easiest way for them to say it, you know? Like, oh, dude, you're doing something bad. Yeah, well, you look ugly. Okay. I guess that's how you want to handle it, like a child. You know, it's very childish. But as Alexandra said, when we talk to non-vegans, we got to talk to them as if we talk to children at the end of the day. You want to have a conversation with me?
I talk to you.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
No.
Okay. It's,
Okay. Ciao.
so you're okay being live on YouTube?
Easy.
Okay. You want to come here, sit in you? What's your name?
Maris.
Maris, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? I'll just this one. Where are you from, Maris?
Letland.
Wetland.
Latvia.
Latvia. Oh, okay. So,
Riga.
I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
Talk little bit slowly.
Sure. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for animals. How do you feel about animals?
Nothing.
Nothing? If somebody's kicking the dog over here, would you say something or would you join them?
Me like cat, not dog. Cat is cat. Dog, not me dog.
It's very difficult to have a conversation. Let me give you a card because I understand, but you don't speak English well enough to have a conversation, so I'm just gonna give you a card, okay? Here you go. This is you'll see what the experiment is about, okay? You just gotta scan that QR code. Thanks for stopping. Have an awesome day.
I can put money for.
No, there's no money. No.
No. I ask you.
Yeah.
I can for cat money.
You wanna?
I can give money for cat. No dog. Oh no.
There's no need to give money. No money
You not
needed.
understand me?
No money needed. No. There's no money needed.
I know not need,
Yeah.
but I want give to cat.
I don't know where you want to
for
do
cat,
that. I don't
because
know.
many cat blood sleep.
I don't know where you want to do that though. I don't know. You gotta find a place, but this isn't for that. Okay. Have a good one. No. No, he wasn't. He was saying he wants to give money for cats. He was saying he wants to donate for cats, not for dogs because he doesn't like dogs, but for cats. Drunk people are difficult. I don't think it was difficult because he was drunk. I think it was difficult because he couldn't speak English well at all. If at the conversation of how do you feel about animals we're getting stuck, then can you imagine when we get to the intricacies of animal exploitation? Not gonna be easy, is it? And hit that like, everyone, if you just joined. Where can I download the vegan brochure? Which one do you mean? Alexandra makes some of her projects. I mean, Alexandra makes all of her projects available. So if you mean hers, there's on Otherhold project. It's, I think if you Google it, you'll find it. If you mean the thing that with the Amsterdam map with the restaurants, I'm not sure if it's available online. That one. I think he would have been hard work, language barrier plus a bit drunk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. I'm learning to dish some people so that we can have the good conversations. I love all animals, and you keep doing so great in your messages. Keep doing and keep shining. Thank you so much, Rising Phoenix. Yeah, thank you. Helps to hear sometimes things like that. Yeah. You guys want to have a conversation? I envy the religious people, everyone. I envy the religious people. I envy them so much. Because I don't know, to believe that there is something out there, it must be cool. It must be nice to have that thing that you believe in, but I just can't. There's just no fucking evidence. I tried it, but I just can't. So I kind of envy the idea of feeling so secure about your existence being that. That there is a purpose to your existence or something, and just going along with it, not knowing what it is or if it's even true or if there's any evidence for it, right? So I kind of envy that. Because I myself am struggling with existence constantly. Not because of being vegan, obviously. The non-vegans will just say, well, it's just because you're vegan. No, I've been struggling with existence ever since I was a child. I've just been questioning, what the hell is this? Why is this existence like this? Why is existence? Why is this happening? Why do I have to feel like this? Why do I feel like this? It's something I've been pondering a lot, and it's just something I keep pondering. And it's just a random thought that popped into my head. I envy the religious people. That's what psychedelics are for. I did that also. I did mushrooms, twice. In fact, with mushrooms, I realized that I don't really believe in God, that it was just the fear that was keeping me there. And that was the truth. It was just fear keeping me there. It's common for smart people questioning everything. I don't know if I'm that smart. Just it's just it's hard to explain, isn't it? Because I talk to a lot of people and I explain how we all have a subjective experience of the world. I can't freaking explain it. Like, I can't explain the experience of the world. I can't explain what it is or how it feels like. And I'm pretty sure for everyone it kind of feels differently. I just know it's there. And I just know that even if whether I like it or not, right? Because there's days when I don't like the existence itself, the experience that I have of life. But whether I like it or not, I just know that I wouldn't want that being taken away from me regardless. I just want to know that I would want somebody to respect it, Hey, you want to have a conversation? Animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, it's good.
You want to come here so that you interview? What's your name?
My name is Ikram.
Say it again?
Ikram.
Ikram, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Ikram?
Morocco.
Morocco?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you live here or do you...
I live in Paris.
You live in
France.
Paris?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, Ikram, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ikram. So, this is a social experiment which tests your courage, your empathy, and your willingness to
Okay.
change. How do you feel about this? Are you
Am I empathic?
You're empathetic?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Okay. So, let's test it out, right? So, if there's a person kicking a dog over here somewhere on the
Okay.
street, what do? Do you go and join them? They're like, oh, let's kick the dog together.
Yeah, definitely. No.
Do you walk on by, say nothing? Or do you try to do something, like maybe call the police or maybe intervene or something?
I don't know if I will interview directly, because if the person is scary, I may think about myself
Yeah,
first.
but you could call the police, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But calling the police, yeah, definitely.
You would wanna change that thing that's happening, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. So, let me ask you: do you think it? What if this person is saying, "Well, I do it out of working out. I need to work out." So
To kick a dog?
that's a good
Well,
workout. You gotta punch them, and that's.
No, it's not a valid reason. There's no valid reason to do that.
There's no valid
Yeah,
reason.
of course.
Okay, I appreciate that. What if? Okay, and I appreciate that. That means a lot. Do you think that if it happened that the animal was different, the situation would change? Like, say, if the person was kicking a pig, would it be any different?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. What if it
No.
were a chicken?
No, it's a living being. No.
No, of course not.
Even a tree, it will not be a good thing to do.
Okay, I like that. So you do have the empathy. So let me ask you, because do you think that the animals that we farm, as I said, chickens, cows, sheep,
Yeah.
pigs? I don't know if you're Muslim or not, and you probably
I'm
don't.
Muslim.
Yeah. So you don't, not with pigs, but sheep, cows, and chickens. Do you think they deserve to have their throats cut? Do you think they deserve to be exploited?
Well, I, in my opinion, it's like the human life of. I don't know how to explain it. From my point of view, I do eat like chicken and meat.
Yeah.
I do it. I think that we should do it in a way that they don't feel the pain.
So, if you had to choose between do it in a way that they feel pain, do it in a way that they don't feel pain, or don't do it at all, which one would you choose?
The best way is not do it for sure.
So,
But if we do it with no pain,
yeah. Do you think we need to do it?
it's not a must, but
Yeah.
I'm not totally against it if they don't feel the pain.
But what's the difference between that? Like, since you acknowledge that it's not needed, right? What's the difference between cutting the throat of an animal for an optional product since it's not needed, or kicking them for exercise?
It's a good question.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
both are optional, right? The reason
Yeah.
why kicking them for exercise is bad, it's not like we don't need to exercise, we need it, but
Yeah.
we don't need to exercise by doing that. And we need food, but we don't need food by doing that to them. We can get
Okay.
food without doing that to them.
Yeah, I do agree with you in that point. Totally.
Yeah, yeah. And do you think like, because I'm trying to speak up on their behalf, and do you think that
Yeah.
these animals like, do you think that they wanna be put in this position? Do you think that they want their experience of life to be
course not.
respected?
But in the other side, they do the same thing too. You know, it's like the life they eat other animals and we eat them. I
But they
think
do it
that
out of
is the
necessity,
same.
right? Like the animals that kill animals, they kill it out of necessity, or they don't have options, or they don't
Okay.
know that they have options.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't blame anybody for not
Yeah,
knowing that
it's
they don't
true.
have options.
No,
But if
you're
you know
right.
you have options, and you know you can choose for an animal to not be exploited and slaughtered, don't you think you should choose the one to not be exploited
Yeah,
and
you're
slaughtered?
right. You're right. I
Yeah.
totally agree with that.
Yeah, that's called a vegan person. Have
Yeah,
you ever
yeah.
considered being vegan yourself?
Well, I do live in France, so I usually most of the time eat only vegetables, but because of my beliefs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I'm kind of living the same way as you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good vision, I think.
Yeah, and
It's the
sometimes
best
it's
vision.
great, right? Like obviously
Yeah.
sometimes it's better than never.
Yeah,
But let's
yeah.
imagine that if it were like, because this is an injustice that we do towards animals, it's a way we violate their rights. And if we just tackle another injustice, just hypothetically speaking, if we took an injustice towards a woman and somebody were to be violating her rights, like somebody was beating a woman or stuff like that, and they were to say, well, sometimes I don't beat her, so I'm like you, it wouldn't be okay, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
when it comes to an injustice towards somebody, we need to stop the injustice. We
Yeah.
shouldn't just do it from time to time. It doesn't help, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
So,
definitely right.
I want to ask you, how many more animals should be put in this position for you from now on? Like, how many more animals should be exploited, slaughtered? Should it be zero or should it be more than zero?
Well, if we follow what you said, it should be zero.
It should be zero. Yeah. Yeah. That means being vegan. What's holding you from this position?
I would say the price. Sometimes you do need to eat meat. So when you have vegan options, sometimes it's more costly to go in living like that than the normal like non-vegan thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously if we think about the plant-based products like a meat replacer or cheese replacer, some of those can be very expensive. But I'm a certified nutritionist, by the way, and I wouldn't recommend people eat those on a daily basis. You can eat those maybe like once a week, twice a week, and if you just eat like a healthy whole foods plant-based
Yeah.
diet, which contains pasta, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas, hummus is vegan, tofu, tempeh, these are good sources of protein. If you eat all of these, you're going to be paying a lot less because these are the cheapest foods in the supermarket.
Okay.
There's been studies showing that it goes all the way to 30 to 40% cheaper. So
Okay.
it's much cheaper. Even for obese people, like people who eat a lot, it ends up being way cheaper. But I'll help you. I'll give you resources. So if you know how to do it, is there anything holding you back from doing it?
I would say no, except the taste maybe.
Yeah. But was that a good enough justification though?
I
for-
was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's not really a
so-
good
yeah,
justification.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Wow, it's nice to see an open-minded people. We don't get a lot of those. There's a documentary here called
Okay.
Dominion. I'll give you this card for you.
Thank you.
Do you think you can watch it?
Yeah, for sure.
And until you watch it, do you think you can?
Okay.
Until you watch it, do you think you can choose to not demand their exploitation anymore by being plant-based and stuff?
Of course, it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a thing there also called, I'll just tell it to you, when you scan that QR code, if you look on the page, there's a thing called Challenge 22. They'll hook you up with a dietitian, they'll send you recipes every day,
Okay.
and they'll help you adopt a plant-based diet within your budget, within your means, and everything, any other concern you have.
Okay, perfect.
Do you think you can give that a try?
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much. Have an awesome day.
Have
You
a
also
nice
have my
day.
social media if you want to watch the
Okay.
conversation back,
On
okay?
the card, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Have a good one. Bye. Hello, Mr. Sohanovic. How you doing? Are you sore?
It's slowly escalating. So
Slowly
when I woke up
escalating.
this morning, my back was pretty sore and nothing else was too bad, and now it's like slowly everything else is starting.
Not
to
the
get sore.
quads?
Not the quads so much. I'm actually a little bit disappointed. Maybe I should have done another set.
Told you can do better, man. You wanna hold this?
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, how it develops. Like I said, I'm usually more sore 2 days afterwards. So it might be the case that I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, Chip, why did you do this to me?
Let's see. My quads are a bit rough. I'm a bit sore, but my front delts for some reason are sore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you were using them a lot on the dips. It's the only thing I can think of. It's not like you were using them on the fly
it's
machine.
the dips. It's the dips. It's the dips. Yeah. You guys want to have a conversation?
Oh yeah, Chip.
What's up, Mr. Marcel?
Yeah,
You
don't
want to
crush
show
my
off your little
laptop.
setup on the stream?
Dude.
Is it AI one?
I have to move on the other side because you guys, hey, Robin, because you guys are just like destroying all the good people coming here.
Yeah, we want to go on the other side.
No, either one of us needs to go. I think we need to spread out because otherwise,
Yeah.
if it's too many in one
So I
place,
think
yeah.
it's good if you're on the other side.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better for the laptop.
I think it's better for you because you have the clear what this is about.
Yeah, this is quite clear. Yeah, I have the terrible footage as well. But,
Come closer so that the stream sees it. Huh?
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. And it said, "Stop consuming us. It's not rocket science."
Yeah,
Nice.
quite down to earth, is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand on the other side now.
Are you ready for some French conversations today?
Yeah, if you want friends, you know, you stick up your right hand.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah.
Come back,
Send
right?
them to
Come
you.
running,
Yeah.
you know?
There's a lot of activists today. We're 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6 activists. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's what you want. Gives me energy to see people like that uniting. Well, hold this. I'll put a mic on because I need.
It's good that we have so many people because it's so crowded here again today.
Yeah. And there's places everywhere.
Yeah.
There also.
Yeah, there's other people taking advantage too. Like there's like a group of girls doing their little like TikTok dances or something over there. I saw a guy setting up over there as well. Some kind of performance.
Hello, hello. We just need the one because the other one is for the recording and we're gonna use the mic anyway.
So the mic is going to be for the.
It's for both, yeah, it's for both. The mic is for both, but this one is just for me now, for the stream. I don't eat dogs, I'm American. Well, don't eat any other animal also. They all deserve to live, eh? You want to have a conversation?
She's telling us to sing and dance.
Sing and dance?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because he had the mic ready to go.
Oh, how much wood? With a woodchuck, chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Hey! That's a good song. Want to have a conversation? Same. Mikhail, go on the other side because there's already 3 on this side. Maybe not both of you on the other side. Ah, it's fine.
Well, Robin wanted to shadow.
Oh, Robin wanted to shadow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? When's the vinyl version coming out? When's the vinyl version coming out? Oh, how much would check if I would check would. Hey, 30 minutes in the stream, no lions yet. What's wrong with people? They got used to the lions argument. I don't know. They already know it. Yeah, I was just thinking this morning, like, because I started thinking about existence because of the sheer fact that I think the best shot of changing the world to the better, not just for veganism but for everything, is education. And it's kind of sadly getting fucked education nowadays. So, because it's just the more people we speak to, the more I realize that people just believe what they were told as a child. So we just have to educate them as children better, because otherwise they'll just continue believing the nonsense that they've always believed.
Oh my god, I completely forgot you were
Am I on?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a live thing happening right now, but we can step off camera.
I mean, the sign.
Okay, I can also take part of the talk.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like hang out behind the camera and just like watch our conversation.
I'm happy to take part, and then we can use it today. How are you?
I'm doing.
Does anyone know what the sign say? The sign says, "I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me." Sohan just, I don't know, a girl just came and picked him up. I don't know what's going on, man. Sohan is just like, as I said, like he just walks on the street. It's beauty privilege, man. Beauty privilege. Talk about that. Huh? We don't talk enough about how privileged it is to be pretty. Pretty privilege. He's just walking down the street and the girl just takes him, you know.
Video session.
My dog keeps scaring the police. They called me saying she's pointing her Glock at them. Wait, what? That the dog keeps pointing the Glock at them? That's funny. The sign says I'm Jewish? Nah, bruh. I'm not. I'm not any religion, but I was born Christian, even if that's what you want to put me in a box necessarily. I have to put you in the box. If I don't put you in the box, you guys want to have a conversation? If I don't put you in the box, I'm gonna feel bad about it. Nobody can compare to Eve. I'm not sure if you're self-matey. I don't know what that means. Very sure. I'm in no box whatsoever. I'm an agnostic atheist.
That also like it's not. Yeah, I don't think there's any. No, I mean, yeah, you
Hi, you want to have a conversation?
I need to talk to you.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Oh no.
You can be off camera if you want.
No, I'm not that brave to do it on the camera.
You can be off camera if you want. Do you want to have a conversation off camera?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Can you come closer a little bit? I'll tell you. You're not in front of a camera. Nice. What's your name?
My name's Jackie.
Jackie. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Jill.
Jill. Jackie and Jill.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Jackie and Jill. Yeah.
Jackie and Jill.
Jackie and Jill went up the hill.
Ah, okay. That's what's up.
English nursery rhyme.
English nursery rhyme? I love it.
What's your name?
I'm Chip.
Chip.
Yeah, like
Not
Chip and
fish.
Dale, like
Chip and Dale,
like
yeah.
Chip and Fish, yeah. Chip and Dale are the cartoon, right?
Chipmunks.
Chipmunks, yeah, with the chipmunks, yeah. So I'm an animal rights activist. I try to speak for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love them.
Love them. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm going to throw a hypothetical scenario out there. If there's somebody kicking a dog on the street, do you A, go and join them? B,
I'd go and punch
No,
them on
she'd be
the
right
nose.
in there, stopping them.
walk on by or try to stop them?
No, I'd be in there. I'd be punching him on the nose.
You'd be punching them. You'd try to stop them.
I would, definitely.
I love the passion. I love it. But what if this person is then saying, wait. I have to exercise, so they're exercising by punching the dog. Is that okay?
Seriously, what sort of...
Don't punch a wall.
You punch a wall. I like it. Yeah. You have alternatives. You don't need to punch a dog. Yeah. I appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
hate animal cruelty. I mean, I'm a real dog lover.
Yeah.
But I hate animal cruelty of any description.
I-
I don't care what it is. I don't even like killing flies.
So if instead of a dog there would be a different animal, like say a pig, would it be okay?
Of course it wouldn't.
No, of course not.
What have they done to deserve that?
What if instead of them kicking the pig, they would use a knife to kill them?
No. If you're going to kill a pig for food, then you do it in the most humane way you can.
But if you had to choose between killing a pig for food in a humane way, killing a pig for food in a bad way, or not killing a pig for food at all, which one would be the best one?
In the humane way, just do
Yeah,
it me.
in the humane way, yeah. If you eat meat, if you don't, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you don't, then you don't kick
But do you think you need to eat meat?
I think some people do.
Say it again.
A little bit. But I think people are eating less meat than they used to.
Yeah, so I'm actually a certified nutritionist also. We don't need to consume any meat or animal products.
I mean,
we can be healthy
I-
without it. So.
I very rarely eat meat. I eat a lot of fish, but I very rarely eat meat.
They're animals too. What do you mean? They're
Yeah,
they're
they
meat
are,
too.
and
Yeah.
I accept that, but you know, I don't think you get enough nutrition from being a vegetarian.
No. I mean, I'm talking about being vegan, to respecting animals' rights.
Yeah.
So, do you think is there any way to respect animals' rights while at the same time pay for them to be exploited and slaughtered for you for optional products?
It is, but it's how it's been since time immemorial that you hunt and gather and feed, you know, and they feed on other animals and then they kill, you know. I mean, domestic pigs and things don't kill things, but wild animals kill other animals.
Should we take our morals and our values from what other animals do?
I think
It's
sometimes
just
they're better
natural to
behaved
them.
than human
Yeah.
beings. But that's just me.
I mean, there's animals who, like lions, who are carnivores. They kill their babies. They commit infanticide to have sex with the women. They rape other animals. So, I don't think we should be taking those values from them. Do you think we should?
No.
So then why would we pick this other thing of saying that, well, other animals do this thing where they kill animals? Because they do it out of necessity. We don't do it out of necessity. We do it because we want to, right? Because we can.
I think it's very difficult drawing the line between looking after the interests of animals but feeding the population. Because however much you may dislike eating meat or fish, or if you want to be a vegan, the world couldn't survive just on vegetables alone. I don't think.
Do you know? I used to believe the same as you, but the science actually disagrees on that because it's actually the trophic chain, the food chain, which is something that proves that to be wrong.
But are all the vegetables and things that you eat when you're a vegan, are they naturally grown or are they grown in labs and, you know,
Why would that matter anyway?
well, because I wouldn't.
It's pesticides and things on them.
Well, all of the things that we grow, we have to grow multiplied to feed the animals. And then when we eat the animals, obviously it's going to be highly unproductive. In fact, we get like 10% of the calories than we would if we ate the plants directly ourselves. A lot of the times, if everybody in the world would be plant-based, we could feed 1 or 2 more billion people and use less land in the process. So we would actually be much better off if everybody were to be plant-based. But this isn't an ecological argument. I mean, I don't want to even if it were better for the environment if we killed off all the people here, which it would be better for the environment if we did that, I wouldn't advocate for that, right? Because first and foremost, it comes for the rights of individuals. And when it comes to the rights of animals, they deserve to live. And regardless of how we see them, they have an experience of the world, they have emotions, and they feel just like we do. And I think that's why it's wrong for us to kill them simply because we want to, or simply because we've always done it.
Some people would say that about plants.
But plants don't have feelings because
How do you know?
How do you know?
because the emotions, the feelings, and the subjective experience of the world comes from a brain and the central nervous system, and plants have neither of that.
I think there's an argument there that people would disagree with you.
Even if people disagreed, we kill more plants when you consume animal products because animals are fed more plants to reach that weight to kill them. So even in that solution, if you think plants are sentient, you should want to kill as few of them as possible, and that would still be being plant-based or being vegan.
So soon plants will take over the world and there'll be no humans.
I mean, plants can't really take over the world or there will be no humans. But you call yourself, like you said, you're against animal cruelty. You recognize that it is cruel to choose to take the life of an innocent animal when there's no need for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, dairy cows are forcefully impregnated to have babies. They have their babies taken away from them so that the babies don't drink the milk. The babies are killed if they're male, and if they're female, they're killed when they can no longer be impregnated, which happens like at a quarter of their natural lifespan. Like we do awful things to animals simply because we can. And on our side, it seems like gradients. Oh, you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. But when we choose an animal product, an animal goes black. It goes black for them. Their whole existence gets erased for 10 minutes or 15 minutes of our enjoyment. Is that really fair, or is that not cruel to do this to them?
I mean, it's one of
It's
those.
the same way we dig plants up then. Dig a plant up, you
I
kill
mean,
it.
it's one of those
not.
arguments. You're never going to win, are you, really? Because you just go round and round. I mean, and where do you draw the line?
Sentience. Do you know what sentience is?
I do.
Yeah, so that's where you draw the line. Because sentience means that they're an individual. Morals only apply to individuals. Morals do not apply to non-individuals, to objects. If they're either a subject or an object, they're a subject if they're sentient because they have a subjective experience of the world. So any single individual that has subjective experience of the world, that has sentience, whether they are an animal or even if they would be artificial intelligence, it doesn't really matter. They deserve to live simply because they have that experience. Because how you have experienced your whole life and how you continue experiencing your life, you wouldn't want anybody to say, I don't care about your experience. I get 10 minutes of pleasure by killing you, so it's justified for me to kill you. You wouldn't, that wouldn't be fair. Or
It'll take you a bit longer than 10 minutes because I might fight you.
well, it would be 10 minutes of pleasure to eat you, and the killing would be pretty fast if they use a gun or something, right?
All right, well, nice talking
So how
to
many
you.
more animals should be exploited, abused, and slaughtered for you from now on? No? Then you should stop calling yourself an animal lover and call yourself an animal abuser, right?
Okay, thanks.
I'm just saying, if that's what you're paying for, if that's what you're supporting, and you refuse to change, then that's what you will continue paying. Maybe in the past you weren't aware of it, but now you are aware of it. Now you know what you're supporting. So you are paying for animal. If somebody supports animal abuse, what would you call them? Would we not call them animal abuser?
There's abuse and abuse in this world. Eating to live.
You're not eating animals to live. You're eating animals because, as you said, you've always done it and because you enjoy it. That's not to live. You can eat plants to live. You can be healthy to live. You can enjoy plants. You can enjoy all that. And as far as I understand, you ladies are from the UK.
Yeah.
In the UK is the #1 country in the world to be vegan. It's the best place. You have so many alternatives,
Oh, yeah.
and it is so cheap. Yeah, so there really is no excuse other than because I want to do it. And I'm sure that if you were in the shoes of the animal and somebody was to say, I'm going to cut your throat because I like doing it, because I've always done it to old women or to women or whatever, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like to be put in a bracket because of how you're born and somebody to cut your throat because of how you're born and say, well, I've always done it. We've always done it. That's what you do to animals. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying. I understand it might seem like I'm very direct, but it is directly exactly what it is that you're supporting. Can I give you a card before you go?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
No?
Thank you.
Do it for the animals, okay? Stop exploiting them. You wanna have a conversation with me? Are you okay being live on YouTube? No, you gotta be here, but you gotta be here. But I ask you if you're okay being live on YouTube.
All right.
You wanna come a little bit here?
At the first little repetition, because about what?
It's about animals.
You want about animals? Okay. My English is not normal.
Okay. Do you wanna do it? I don't know. What do you wanna do?
No, why not?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Alexei,
Alexei, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
from Ukraine.
From Ukraine. Alexei, I'm from Romania originally. I'm Chip. So I'm an animal rights activist. I try to speak for the animals. How do you feel about animals?
Animals better like people, and people killed animals. That's all.
So how do you feel about them? How do you think animals should have the right to, like, do you think they should have rights?
Yep, sure.
What rights do you think an animal should have?
No, actually, in my mind, if we talk about rights animal, it's like, for example, when people murdered and not humanized relate to the animals, that's not good. But that things regulates not animal rights. That's
What rights do you want to have?
Freiheit, Meinungsfreiheit.
Like freedom?
Free thoughts, free minds, freedom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do you think you deserve freedom?
What do you mean? So,
Like you think you should have the right to freedom, right?
no.
You don't think you should be free?
Okay, sorry. Stop it. That's a very big theme for discussion. Not for the street.
It's a difficult to have a conversation because there's a bit of a language barrier. I'll just give you this card. Take it with you. There's a QR code there. You'll see what this is about. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
And you.
Cheers.
Have a nice day.
Wait. Sorry, everyone. Give me 1 second. Okay. Better. My mic was clicking, I know. It's no longer clicking again, right? It should be okay now. My IQ is 138. I love eating meat. Well, why is one related to the other? If your claim is that your IQ is high, then you should understand that there is no morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment. Seems okay. Yeah, that's why I stopped for a second, because the magnet sometimes gets magnetized to something else. I don't know. It's weird. What an arrogant statement. What is arrogant about saying that you should understand that there's no morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment? I understand, like, if you have difficulty understanding the statement, you guys want to have a conversation? Write it down. Write it down and ask ChatGPT to explain it. It's fine. I don't expect anybody to understand it from the start. Maybe I didn't understand it from the start also. I mean, I don't think anybody can understand it so easily at first, right? You gotta let it ponder a little bit. Ponder. What is the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment? We're essentially looking for a trait.
But were you supposed to get it out now? Were you supposed to get it out now? If not, like... It's right here.
I've never seen footage.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'll come back to
Okay. Sohan is already having a conversation with somebody. If you're enjoying the stream so far, everybody, hit that like. Hit that like, come on. Let's get that like up. I'm only sitting like this to see the like. Oh, there you go. I see it. Because it's white on white and I can barely see it. So what would you eat? Plants and plant-based products. If you want to eat burgers, you eat plant-based burgers. If you want to eat pizza, you eat plant-based pizza. Whatever it is that you want to eat, there's a plant-based version of it nowadays. And if you don't like that, that's fine. There's also dishes that are specifically made plant-based. The whole point of it is that you don't need to exploit and slaughter them. And you can get your nutrition and food satisfaction from other sources. And it's not just about food, clothing, entertainment, any type of source. So why not choose to do that? Huh? Because if you were in their position, you would really like somebody to not exploit and slaughter you. You would really want somebody to treat you as the individual that they are, to regard what you want out of life, to take into consideration your experience of life. Hey, you want to have a conversation? Being a vegan is so artificial. I don't know what that means. Being human is by definition artificial. Because it's man-made, right? You're man-made. So what? You cannot argue the same with plants. No, you cannot, because plants don't have a subjective experience of the world. They're not subjects. They don't have a brain or a central nervous system. No. So you cannot argue the same with plants. No matter how much you want to, you cannot. You really want to believe it, but that's just not true. And if you believe that to be true, I expect evidence. Jupiter Cyclops, I expect evidence. I don't just believe things because people tell me. I expect evidence for them. Studies have shown plants to have defense mechanism. That does not mean sentience. Large-scale farming is the issue. Eating animals is not wrong, but mass farming is horrendous in my opinion. Why is mass farming horrendous? There's a study done in Germany on, I think, 3,000 dairy farms showing that the animal welfare index, it's actually funded by animal agriculture, FYI, and showing that the animal welfare index between small farms or large farms is almost identical. So why exactly is large-scale farming bad? Something interesting is happening here, sorry. There's a guy who just came with his car on the bike lane, and then there was a police over here, and all the bikes stopped the car. They stood in front of the car to stop them, and the police came to tell him to go back. Impressive, and he's now have to go back. That's cool.
Spanish?
Say it again?
Spanish?
Punish? Spanish? No,
Spanish.
no, English.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Being human is artificial, but hunger is not. Well, luckily, nobody's advocating for you to be hungry. I'm advocating for you to not oppress innocent animals for optional products. You can get satiation from plant-based products.
Hi.
Hey, you guys want to have a conversation? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Hello, guys.
So, are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. You want to come here? Stay here?
Ah, tu viens voir?
You want to come also?
Bah, te rentre pas alors.
What's your name?
My name is Aisha.
Aisha, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. What's your
Nice to
name?
meet you.
Shirazad. Where you guys from?
We're from France.
France.
Yes.
Okay, no, love it. So, I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. I speak for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals, especially cats.
You love cats?
Yes.
Do you have a cat? Companion?
No, I hope one day I can have a cat.
You hope one day you can have a
Yes,
cat?
yes.
Have you played around with cats, or what has been your experience with them?
C'est quoi tes expériences avec les chats?
Oh,
Nice.
comment dire? I don't have like many experience with cats, but my stepsister has a cat, and I played with him a lot of time. And my best friend also has a cat. So that is my experience with cats.
Do you think cats have an experience of the world? Do you think that they experience life, that they go through life enjoying some things, not liking other things?
Yes. Like for example, cats. The difference between cats and dogs, like dogs have to walk with them, and cats are just alone and do.
Mais est-ce que tu penses que c'est une expérience de vie comme les humains, genre
Ah!
en mode famille, ils vont
Tu veux parler à
travailler
ma place ou pire? Désolée, mon anglais il est nul là si vous me comprenez les français. Non, vas-y, parle à ma place.
Yeah, you seem to understand it. Yeah.
Yes, because my English is so bad, so
You're
recently.
doing great. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
But
So, so I'll ask you then, how do you feel? Like, do you think cats have an experience of the world and stuff?
Yes, I think they have an experience because the women cats, the female, have like children, they fall in love, and we can see videos in TikTok or YouTube that they cry or they're hungry. So they have their proper life, not like human being exactly, but they have their life of cats.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we should
Treat them nicely.
treat them nice. Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think a lot of people agree with cats and dogs, but then a lot of the times we neglect other animals like
No, they
cows,
need to-
chickens, and sheep. Do you think they deserve to be treated like this? To you know how we treat them, right? Like
Yes,
we,
and
we use them and then we kill them, right? Do you think it's fair to treat them like that?
I think for me, I have a vision that because I'm religious, so if they are here, maybe it's for something, but I don't agree with the way how they treated them. They put them in, I don't know in English what is name. You know when they
abattoir.
yes
A slaughterhouse.
slaughterhouse. I don't agree for this. For me, it's very like because they feel things too. Like I saw a video of oh it was so sad. A baby cow, he was trapped, and his mother was like crying, etc. And the human help him. So they have emotion.
Like
So-
us.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they don't
exactly.
have to put them in boxes and like give them drugs to be big, etc. Excuse me. Also the sheep, the chicken, and the pork. Like I saw video of pork that are together in the
Gas chambers.
yes. Comment je la boue? You know where there is like the
It's dirty. Like it's dirty things.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
pork
like
are
mud.
inside.
Yeah, but so you're right that it's bad in these slaughterhouses and everything, but you said that they're kind of like us, that they have feelings and everything.
Yes.
Do you want to die?
No, fine.
Do you want to be killed?
No.
No. Would it be like if you had to choose between somebody killing you without feeling pain, somebody killing you with feeling pain, and somebody not killing you at all? What would you choose?
Not kidding.
Yes.
Not killing, yeah.
To die normally.
Yeah. So shouldn't we assume the same of these animals also? That they also don't want to die even if we try to do it without pain?
Vas-y, je te laisse répondre.
Yeah, what do you think?
Non, vas-y,
Non,
réponds.
vas-y, toi, réponds.
Your English is better than me, so just answer the question.
Me?
Yes.
Ah, vas-y.
You?
Non, t'as dit yes?
No, yes, you to talk to
Ah,
the...
okay, my bad.
It's okay, it's okay.
Me, I don't eat cow, for example.
Yeah.
I don't eat cow, I don't eat eggs, I don't like, and I only eat chicken because I have to eat protein for my health because I have issue problem, and I don't like eggs, I don't like other protein, soja. I tried it and I don't like it. But in general, for me, I think that if they're here, maybe it's to eat them, but we have to, comment on dit suivre, follow rules, and don't do a massive, like it's not normal.
Who says that they're here to eat them?
Me.
You do.
Yes, I think.
Because you have power over them.
No, I don't have, I think it's because.
You have power. You as a human being has power to kill them and do whatever you want to them, right?
Yes. They can kill.
So if somebody had power over you to do whatever they want to you, to kill you, to do whatever, and they said that your role is to be a slave and then kill you, would that be okay towards you?
So, like, to your question about
What if you were intellectually challenged, you were not smart enough, you couldn't realize that they're doing this to you? Would that be okay?
No, I didn't finish.
So why would it be okay if we did it to them? Because you can get protein from other sources. You know that, right? Like, I understand if you don't like soy, whatever. Like, there's several products of soy. There's tofu, there's tempeh, there's seitan is not made of soy. It's made of gluten. But there's tofu, tempeh, there's soy chunks. There's a lot of
I tried
products.
it. During a lot of years, I tried to be vegetarian for 10%. Non, j'ai aussi tout. But I just can't eat this. I
What
don't
happens
like
if you don't?
The taste, and I try to cook tofu in differently ways.
So
and
don't eat
I
tofu
don't
then.
like it.
There's other solutions, right? There's
Yeah, but
pasta,
I
rice,
tried.
beans, lentils, chickpeas, hummus. There's so many things to eat. There's not like just one. And the question is because you don't like the taste of it. Do you think that your disliking of taste justifies the slaughter of a sentient being? Justifies the killing of them?
Don't stop
Ah, sorry. Non, vas-y, continue.
C'est toi qui m'as ramené ici.
Ah, au pire, t'as qu'à dire en détail, hein.
Non, vas-y, dis.
Non, voilà, j'ai pas
So
compris.
she said
Moi,
it's
tu l'as
a.
dit.
Ah.
Est-ce que toi, tu t'aimes pas, par exemple, moi, je dis j'aime pas le tofu, j'aime pas les soja, j'aime rien, moi. J'ai dit, c'est pour ça que je mange du poulet. Il a dit, est-ce que ça justifie ça?
I think we should, everybody has to do like an effort with animal, especially when we, like, I love, for example, meat, but I have to reduce my consumption of meat because it's not good to, like, comment on dit surconsommation?
Consume.
Surconsume,
Overconsume.
is not good for everything, like for clothes, for foods, or for traveling, you know. But we have to do like some effort, and maybe one day we hope.
But what about the like?
gonna-
I understand you girls talk a lot about yourselves, and I understand that it's normal. But what about the animals, the victims? Because that's here I'm here to speak about on their behalf. You claim you're
Yes.
an animal lover, but you
Yes,
you speak about them as if they're products. I like chicken. It doesn't mean I like the animal. It means I like their flesh. Like imagine if somebody said I like human, and it
Like-
means I like your flesh, your body. It's not.
Yes,
It's
that-
objectification, right?
That's why I said we have to do an effort to understand, like to know the. Comment on dit pour faire la différence?
The difference.
To make the difference between like the animal and the taste, we have to do like for my opinion, I have to do an effort for that in that, and after that, when I'm gonna understand the difference between the both, I can like start to think about stop meat, stop chicken, stop eat animals. But I have to do a mindset alone and just to think about it, and I think it's the better thing I can do because it's like I can help people just speak about animals and I understand, I get it, but I have to do comment dire un travail, a work, comment dire un travail, self work in that. So
I get that, right? It's normal. Like you can't just speak to a stranger on the street and all of a sudden change your whole life, right? I get that. But me as a stranger, I'm telling you that these animals are getting exploited and slaughtered for you. Do you think that while you're doing this introspection, while you're thinking, you have the responsibility to no longer demand their exploitation and slaughter? That means while you're deciding whether to kill them or not, you should just not kill them.
Est-ce que t'as compris? We don't understand the
That's
sentence.
fine. Yeah, so you have to think about it, right? You have to look into it. You have to do some research. But while you do that, do you think it's important that you do not put them in slaughterhouses, that you do not kill them, that you do not eat them, that you do not wear their skin?
Je crois qu'il a dit, je comprends en mode, vous pouvez pas faire ça, mais est-ce que vous pouvez pas penser en faisant ça, pourquoi faut pas les tuer, etc. Je pense que c'est ça.
Ah, mais il répond, je suis en train d'appeler une amie à moi qui nous appelle pour qu'on taille.
Vas-y.
Donc vas-y, réponds. Je donne un answer. Let's answer.
Attends, laisse-moi réfléchir. If I understand well, you said we can change tomorrow, but think if wild slaughterhouse, etc. It's that?
No, I'm saying until you change,
Ouais.
right now, today,
Okay.
do you think you have an obligation to no longer kill them?
Allô?
Ah, okay. I think it will take time to think of to say like, oh yes, we can kill them, etc. Because we can change our regime. Our regime.
Okay, let me show you something.
Voilà. Attends,
Dis-lui qu'elle nous appelle vite.
Ouais, elle nous appelle, elle nous attend.
So.
La meuf.
I'm gonna show you an image. It's gonna be graphic, okay?
Raccroche pas à la pitié.
Are you ready?
Okay.
This is halal slaughter, okay?
C'est dingue. En fait, mais au nom, oui. Dingue. Mais non, mais
If this was about to happen to you, if this is your fate tomorrow,
Yes.
would you want somebody to say, I'll think about it, or would you want somebody to say, I'll stop?
I would stop.
Yeah. So when you're in the position of the victim, you want it to stop immediately.
Okay.
And no matter what the person who's holding the knife says, no matter what they're saying, you want it to stop. No matter what reason they're bringing up, no matter taste, whatever it is that they're bringing, you say, I don't want to be in this position, right?
Okay.
Do you think you should, while you're thinking, I'm not asking you to make decisions, But until you make the decisions, do you think you can choose to not put them here?
Yes, but if it's not me, I kill the animal. So
No, but you demand it, you see. Because it's not you killing them, but when you pay money to somebody, they kill the animal. And they do it because you pay them. You see what I mean?
yes.
You seem like a smart, compassionate person. I really don't want you to miss out on the opportunity. But I'll do this. I'll give you a card, okay? I appreciate the conversation with me. And your friend is has let you down. She's like just going on the
We
phone.
are going to join a friend who
Yeah.
came to Amsterdam. It's been a long time.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
my friend's just waiting.
Yeah. I'll give you some cards and I'll let you go.
Ok,
It's
thank
fine.
you. Raccroche pas. Hein. Attends, je te.
Fine.
Mais là, mais parle pas juste. Parle pas.
Give you this one.
Thank you.
And I'll give you this one.
Thank you.
There's a documentary there called Dominion. Can you promise me you'll watch that?
Yes, I'm gonna watch that.
It also has friends.
Documentary.
Yeah,
Listen to
yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Just to know what animals go through, to
Okay,
see
thank
what
you.
you do.
Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Have a good one. Hey, you wanna have a conversation?
Good day.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Okay, yes, alright.
You wanna come here so that you're in view?
Sure.
You wanna come a bit closer? What's your name?
Robin.
Robin, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Where are you from, Robin?
We're from Germany.
From Germany. Where in Germany?
Near Stuttgart.
Near Stuttgart.
Mhm.
Nice, nice. What brings you to Amsterdam?
I just wanted to visit it once with my girlfriend because I've never been here. I have a few friends in Amsterdam and Rotterdam, but I've never actually been to the place.
So, Robin, I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. This is Sohan. Yeah, this is an animal rights activist. Also, come here, son. So, stay there. Yeah, love it. Perfect. So that we're all on camera at the same time. Yeah. So, we want to speak up on behalf of animals. And how do you feel about animals?
I love animals.
You love them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a pet companion or
I
something?
used to have pets, but not anymore because I don't have the time to care for them properly, especially for dogs. I would love to have a dog, but I just don't have the time at the moment.
So let's imagine a hypothetical scenario. There's somebody over here on the street kicking a dog. What do? Do you join them? Do you go and kick the dog with them? Do you walk on by, do nothing? Or do you say something? Do you try to stop them?
Of course I would say something because animals have feelings too. Like,
Yeah.
we're not anything better than animals.
Yeah. What if this person is telling you, wait, I gotta work. I'm doing it for a workout. I gotta get muscles. So.
Nah, that's not a point. You can't say that. Like,
Well, he
same-
thinks he's doing it. He's
Nah.
justified.
Nah, like that would be like the equivalent to hitting a human. Like, it's also not a workout, you know. It just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. It's not an argument.
Okay, I like that. You definitely show some form of empathy towards animals. I like that. Do you think that it matters what animal it is? Like if it's a dog, if it's a cat, is it different?
That's a tricky question. Because, like, if you compare it to insects, I think we can't build a connection to insects really. Because if there's like an ant on the floor, you're most likely, like, if you don't see it, you're just gonna step on it and you're not gonna think anything about it. But if it's like a dog, it's something completely else.
But if you intentionally go and kill the
I
ant,
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
no. So it's not about accidentally. Even if you drive your car and you accidentally hit a dog, it's not the same as you intentionally killing them,
sure.
right? It's different. So if it were a different animal, you would still say it's wrong to do this to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Do you wanna ask next? What's your...
Yeah. So I'd like to ask now, maybe a slight change in topics, but do you eat any animals?
Yeah. I'm a meat eater.
Okay, so like which, like cows, pigs, chickens, etc. Do you think that when we're farming these animals, they experience anything worse than being punched or kicked?
Depends on it. Depends on the meat that you buy. I mean, if you just go to a discounter and buy the cheapest meat possible, surely they won't be treated well before they get executed. But I think it depends on if you go to a farmer, like in a village. Of course, the animal suffers; it gets killed, but it isn't as bad as buying from the discounters, like supporting the big ones.
So going back to the hypothetical of a guy punching or kicking a dog, if he was instead just going to kill the dog, would you think that's better or worse than attacking it for a workout?
That's a good question. I mean, I think humans are like this because they can build a better connection to a dog, like they see a companion in it, than, I mean, it's different to a cow. cows have feelings too. Cows are big. You can pet the cow, whatever, but it's not a companion as a dog, for example.
Do you think from their perspective there's any kind of difference? Like from the perspective of the animal?
No, we're animals too from their perspective.
So their experiences are probably similar enough that their experience of being killed or being kicked or whatever would be similar, right? Do you think that we need to consume these products?
We don't need to.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to.
Yeah. So what's the difference then between this person kicking a dog or killing a dog for exercise and you kicking or killing another animal for optional product like food?
I think it's not that bad for us because we don't actually see it. Like, we just see the finished product in the discounters.
I can account for that. So would it be any better if this person would be kicking the dog and there's a fence around them so that you don't see them?
Nah, that wouldn't be.
So it doesn't really matter if you see it or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're asking these questions because in reality this is how it is, right? When it comes to being for optional products, we're essentially the same people. We're taking the life of an innocent animal, right? Yeah, and if we don't need to, why would we continue doing it?
That's a good point.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this idea? Have you ever considered going vegan and not putting animals in this position?
I have not yet, to be fair. I'm just used to it. I have like my whole family is eating meat. I eat meat my whole life. It's just like normal for me.
Yeah.
And
have you not changed since you were a child?
I mean, regarding the food, of course, I look out for what I food, like what I eat. Like I'm not eating.
So you eat different things than you did as a child.
Yeah, sure.
Do you do the same things as your family does also?
Do you mean if I eat the same things?
No, I mean like maybe yeah. Do you eat the same things that your family does?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time, but there's times when you don't, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So does it sounds like do you think there's any sort of justification for continuing to do this for animals? Because it sounds like you're explaining sort of why it is that you continue doing this, but we're also here to talk to you about your values.
Yeah.
And first of all, if you see any sort of moral issue with this.
I see a moral issue, and to be fair, there's not really a point to not be vegetarian in our age, in our state of the world. But I don't know, I'm just used to it. I like the taste. Of course, they're like how's it called? Like meats, like plants that taste like meats, basically. Products that taste like meats. Yeah, that's what I mean. But I haven't really considered it yet because I'm not really into that topic. But I think I would have a different side to this if I would like look more into that topic because it's a horrible topic. Of course, when I was in school in like biology or anything, of course you saw how animals were being slaughtered, like 1 million chickens in 2 square meters. That's not a good thing, of course. Yeah. But for most people, it's just like normal.
Yeah. So for you, then, do you think that you have some power over what happens to these animals?
Yeah.
At least over the ones that you choose to consume or not consume, right? Yeah. So that's good because I think sometimes people see that, but they think I can't change the entire system to be here. So the reason that we're here is to talk to people about the fact that one, most people already have vegan values, and two, that you do have some power over the animals that are you personally paid to have killed, right? So that's why we are here to talk to people. You mentioned there's no excuse for being vegetarian. We're not here to talk to people about that specifically. I said the word vegan. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, so you just don't consume any products made by animals, like no eggs, no milk, no.
Yeah, so I would call that a consequence of being vegan. Veganism really starts with the way that we view animals, right? Like, so you talked about how you said you care a lot about animals, you see them, it seems like you really see them as individuals, right? And veganism is just about extending that view to all animals, right? It's just about saying that these animals are not objects for us to use. And the consequence of that, like you said, we don't eat any products that come from animals, so flesh, milk, eggs, or honey. Also like clothing, leather, fur, wool, or silk, or entertainment, zoos, circuses, dog fighting, horse racing, all these things we don't support, and also like experimentation, testing on animals. Now that you have come across this idea, it sounds like that is compatible with your values.
It is, yeah, it would be.
Do you, like, if you think about just being vegan from this point on, what sort of challenges would come up for you? Like, is there anything that would really be stopping you from doing that?
It would be a bit rough because like many products use products from animals that we don't even know. like it's in the ingredients like written in that size, you can't really see it, and you thought that product was like it wasn't containing animal stuff, but it did. And that's gonna be like tough if you go like get your groceries. You have to look at every single yeah.
Do you have to do that every time, or do you just have to do it once?
Depends on the product that you get. I mean, if you always buy the same stuff, you probably just have to do it once.
But that's how kind of how you live. That's kind of how I live. That's kind of how everybody lives, right? We just buy kind of the same products, and from time to time we try a new one, and then we look. And then you should look anyway. I think you should check ingredients of the products you buy anyway. But
yeah, I think most people are just lazy. Like if you go get your groceries, you don't really want to like spend that much time in there. You just want to get your stuff and get back out, get back home.
yeah. But everybody who's in that position was at some point taught what to buy, right? Like learned how to buy, learned what the ingredients, learned how to cook and all that, right? And it can seem hard for us on our side to say, oh, you're gonna have to relearn it or unlearn it or something like that, right? It seemed very difficult for us, but when we think about what we're talking about here is we're here over here on this side where we're making these choices, and maybe it's difficult for us to make different choices, but on this other side is these animals who they get exploited and slaughtered for us. So which one do you think has a higher difficulty? Is it for us to change or for them
It's
to?
not that difficult for us.
Yeah.
Humans are just lazy, like
Yeah.
me myself included.
Yeah.
As I said, I don't have an excuse for not being vegan or vegetarian. I don't know.
I'm lazy too, by the way. I'm lazy too. I'll admit it. I'm lazy. I don't know, Sohan, if you're lazy, but I'm a lazy person when it comes to food. I like to cook something that goes fast, that I don't have to work a lot for it, because then it's just takes too much time, you know. So you can definitely have that happen, and we can give you resources for that. But I think before we reach the resources part, before we can help you out on how to do it, it's important that you understand why to do it, right? Because we have ChatGPT, we have Google, we have so many resources today that can help you with the tiniest details if you ever need to. But the question is, do you understand why you should be vegan? Let's say vegan and not vegetarian, because you keep saying vegetarian. Do you understand why vegan is important and vegetarian, for example, is not
sure.
enough?
Like most people that turn vegan were like vegetarians before, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah. I wasn't, for example.
Okay, you
but,
just went from meat to
yeah, I did it.
no. Okay.
Yeah, so I think like so for some people, they don't know. They might think, for example, you don't have to kill a cow to get the milk, right? But do you know anything about how dairy works, how the dairy industry works?
Yeah.
What do you know about like?
I don't know any English words of that.
Okay. So I can just tell you very quickly, because a lot of people don't know that cows in the dairy industry also end up getting killed very young. So why do cows produce milk? Is the first question. Calf. Calves. Yeah, exactly. So same as with humans or any other mammal. So the first step is, of course, cows don't decide when they get pregnant. We do it for them. So a farmer puts on this glove and reaches into the anus of the cow to hold her cervix, and then injects bull semen into her vagina.
This is called artificial insemination.
Yeah. So this is the way that most cows are impregnated. Then after they give birth, the calf is separated, because otherwise the calf would drink the milk. The calf can be a boy or a girl. A boy is never going to produce milk, right? So he's useless.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets killed within a few months usually. The female cow goes through this process over and over, usually about 6 or 7 times, and then around 6 or 7 years old, she also gets killed, because then she can't get pregnant easily anymore.
They can live 24 years, so they
it's at
get
a quarter
killed
of their lives.
a quarter of their life.
And this is all.
How old are you?
21.
21. Yeah. So imagine being killed right about at this age for saying you can't get pregnant. That's what happens to them.
Yeah. So this is, regardless of whether it's a big farm or a small farm, this is why, like, when we have this idea, these animals are objects for us to use. The moment that they're not useful to us anymore, we kill them. Right. So that's why vegetarians a lot of times say they don't want to kill animals. Well, dairy kills animals. The egg industry also kills animals. Same thing. Male chickens are useless. They get killed on their first day of life. The egg-laying hens also get killed very young. So we're here in addition to, it sounds like you agree in terms of like our foundation of shared values, which I think is really good. We also want to see sort of like a willingness to change from people, and I know it's hard to say like, okay, I'm going to be vegan from now on forever, but I want to ask you, for example, if you imagine living like a vegan lifestyle for the next 2 or 3 weeks, how difficult do you think that would be for you on a scale from 1 to 10? Like 10 being completely impossible, 1 being super easy.
So I still have vacation for 3 weeks, so it's gonna be quite easy because I have time, because I don't have to look at work like what can I eat.
Yeah.
I just have to buy everything myself. But if I get back to work, if I'm stressed, if I just want to eat something real quick, if I have like 2 minutes for a whole meal, it's gonna be.
You live in Germany, right?
Huh?
You live in Germany. There's a thing in Germany called Every Foods. Have you ever heard of it? Every Foods.
No.
So they're frozen meals. They're plant-based. They deliver them to your door. You just have to put them in a pan, and in 5 minutes you have a delicious frozen meal. They're fucking amazing. I order them also. I tell you, they're really amazing. This is just one. There's many solutions, right? But I think the reason why we ask you this is because if you find it easy, like we can give you. There's a thing called Challenge 22, and I'll give you a card for it. They literally help you be vegan. They give you all the resources required. Like they even hook you up with a dietitian. They give you recipes and everything. You just gotta follow through with it. That's essentially it, right? That's all you gotta do with it. Do you think you can try that? Just not for me, not for you, but for the
I
animals.
might give it a shot. I have time.
Yeah, it's and you might realize that you enjoy it a lot more. Like that's how it was for me. I mean, everybody who turned vegan, their biggest regret was that they didn't do it sooner.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
I mean, the number one source of enjoyment, like what do you think is the best part?
Saving the animal, first point.
Yeah, for the animals, of course, it's that you're not responsible for what happens to them, and then for you, is you don't have to live in this contradiction anymore, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we talked about this idea of trying it for a couple of weeks. You'll also find by the end of the 2 or 3 weeks, it's way easier than the start, right? Like that first week might feel a little bit inconvenient. The second week, you already have a bunch of knowledge from the first week. By the 3rd or 4th week, you kind of stop thinking about it. I'll also give you this flyer. I don't know how much longer you're in Amsterdam, but this is a map of all the.
Go back tomorrow.
Okay, well tonight, if you're going out to dinner, maybe you can check out one of these places because these are all fully vegan restaurants.
All right.
And that's your girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
There's a documentary there called Dominion. Maybe give that a watch together. You'll see what we mean. A lot of the times
and
it's
this
really
is
good.
Challenge 22, what Chip was talking about just a moment ago. Maybe,
Yeah.
Would you? Is that something that you'd be willing to do? Can you, can you sign up for that?
I could give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Try
And check out that.
You'll love. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for the
Appreciate
talk.
you. You also have the social media. If you want to hear the conversation back, you have my social media.
Yeah. What was what are you live on right now?
Yeah. If you pull up the card, wait, I'll give you. I'll give.
Here we go.
No, it's this one here. That chip guy.
That ship done. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Cheers. Have a good one. How was the conversation there? Hold this for a second. The camera is a little bit. Yeah, better. It was a little bit too low, down low. Yeah. Great work. I don't know. I spaced out after a second. After you came, I started spacing out. I don't know.
That's fine. Maybe you needed a little bit of a mental break.
I think I did. Yeah, without even
Then
realizing.
it's good that I
it.
joined.
Yeah, it's a good thing. He was honest. Yeah. I think you tackled him really well. He was honest. Yeah. He
No,
opened up
I
really
really
well.
appreciate. I feel like we've had a good streak since yesterday of honest people, at least.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple of British ladies here who were.
See, that's because we weren't here having that conversation together.
Yeah, that's why. They couldn't look into your eyes, and like you have the most beautiful eyes. You mesmerize me. I'll be vegan. Oh yeah, that's all the same. Who was that girl, by the way, who came to you?
She was she attended a summer school that I organized back in August, and we talked a little bit about veganism at that point. She's not vegan; she's not even vegetarian, and we had a conversation. It seems like it was something that was on her mind. She seems interested in learning more about activism. So yeah, I also had told her about this before. I told her about Graf and stuff.
I thought this just happens to you, that girls just come and take you off the street and they're like... I don't know, man.
She's also a child.
She did look really
something.
young. Yeah, she's a child. She did look really young. Yeah. But you're young also, huh?
Not young enough to be dating 21-year-olds.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. You're young. It's fine. If she's mature in the head, yeah. I mean, I'm 38. That would be a little way more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't date somebody who's less than 28, I think. But
I think we're gonna be like 24, 25. My sister and I joke that like the cutoffs that we have for each other. My sister's 25. So
Yeah.
Our cutoffs for each other are each other's ages, basically.
how old is your sister?
25.
25.
Yeah.
So wait, how is her cutoff your age? Oh, the higher.
Entry to the museum.
Say it again?
Museum
Yeah.
entry.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. In there.
I'm talking to you. What's up?
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Oh. Wait. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Okay. You want to come a little bit behind so that you're in view? A little bit here? Yeah. What's your name?
Louis.
Louis, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
What's going on, brother?
Where are you from, Louis?
Mexico.
Mexico. Nice. Love it. Love the food. Love the food.
The beaches, like
The beaches also,
everything,
yeah.
the people.
I took a drive with my friend from San Diego all the way on the south coast of Mexico. Oh, freaking
The
amazing.
south coast, like down by Oaxaca side, or
Yeah, on the west coast.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oaxaca.
Yeah, it was really, really beautiful. Really
Dude, back in the pandemic, that was so. The world was closed,
The world was closed. Yeah, it was a different
and there was
time.
one flight coming in and out from Mexico City. Half of the time they would cancel it. During that time, only one ATM machine in the little city,
Wow.
and only one place accepted credit cards. So it did not matter how much money you had or how much money you didn't. It was fair game, baby.
Fair game.
So
Sohan and I are animal rights activists.
Okay, tell me.
We like to speak on behalf of animals.
Okay.
How do you feel about animals?
I love them.
You love animals?
Yes.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Do you have like a pet companion or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, a cat, dog. Tell me
I have
more.
two.
Two cats?
No, two dogs.
Two dogs?
Yes.
What are their names?
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Oh, that's a
Imiko.
good name. And
Imiko.
Imiko.
Miko. So Kennedy, her name, like, so a friend of mine asked me, she was like, Louis, I need to go back to the States. Would you do me a favor? Can you please watch her for me? I was like, Christy, if you leave her that long with me, I'm going to fall in love with her. And that would be cruel to both of us.
Yeah.
So she talked about it, like, and she said, no, I can't do that. And then she calls me and she's like, she shows up with the dog food, everything. Now, the reason why she's Kennedy is because even the dog in my life has to be complicated. She has a little thing right here, so I had to put like sunscreen so that she wouldn't get sunburned.
Oh, that's good.
So anyway, long story short, they wanted to call her Rose because she did Pinky, Rosie.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that.
Kennedy's a better
Rose
name.
Kennedy.
Rose Kennedy.
Rose Kennedy, baby. So
I
that's
love
how-
it. I love
Tell
it.
me.
So if Kennedy, in a parallel universe, if Kennedy weren't to be your animal companion, if she were just an animal, would it be okay if somebody were to be treating her like an object?
Of course not.
Yeah, like if somebody were to be using her, and then when he could no longer use her, he would kill her. Would that be okay?
Are we talking about? Of course not. I think
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with
Yes,
this.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course, because you're smart, right? So the question is, would it be okay if we did it to other animals, right? If we treat them like objects?
You know, at my home, we've had this discussion. My sister, she's tried to be a vegan,
Yeah.
but you know how difficult it is to try to be a vegan. So I feel like it's not for all of us, but some of us can do where like I will make a change like once or twice a week. I'll be a vegetarian, and that is my commitment.
So what do you think being vegan is?
No, I'm talking about being a vegetarian. Being vegan is
But you mentioned your sister tried to be vegan, right?
yeah, where like she completely cuts out everything, like
All animal products.
correct.
Yeah. Well, that's a consequence of being vegan, right? Because being vegan means respecting the rights of animals. It means not treating them like objects, essentially, right?
Okay.
Because we don't need to. We can live healthy on a plant-based diet.
That is
We
correct.
can live healthy without wearing leather. We don't need to wear leather, and we don't need to test our cosmetics on animals, for example, right? We don't need to go to zoos. All of these things, how we use animals, we don't really need to do it. And when we do it to them, we infringe on their rights. So being vegan just means I refuse to be part of it. I refuse to infringe on the rights of animals.
Did you know that Mexico just put a lawsuit on behalf of the whales? First time it happens.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
whales are being represented right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
Anyway, hey,
so
I'm going to cut you short, not because I'll tell you what.
But do you think in any other
my
situation?
son's first time in Europe, and we only have 2 days left.
Do you think in any other? I'll give you a card. But do you think in any other situation it would be okay to do this thing against another injustice and say, I only abstain from doing the injustice once or twice a week. I'm only going to be exploiting a human only once or twice a week. Because when we say it about animals, we say it as if literally like they're objects. We only think about ourselves and we disconsider what they want out of life.
Do you know what? I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So why be part of it then?
Because I cannot stop.
You can.
You're not going to change my mind.
Well, why not?
I mean, I will,
That's the question. Why not? Like if it were dogs, you obviously would have the compassion to say I don't want to be part of it, right?
I mean,
but
you
if
won the
somehow
argument
if there are
already.
other animals,
The thing about it, you won the argument already.
it's not about winning the argument. I don't care about that. It's not
you-
my argument. It's about the animals, right? Because we speak for the animals,
Right.
And I just don't want more animals to be exploited, abused, and slaughtered. And I understand you say, well, for me, I want to continue eating this.
If I make a change, it's not going to matter.
It is.
No,
It
it's
is
not
going to
gonna
matter
matter.
to 100 animals each
So if
year.
I,
It's
so if
going
I
to
tell
matter.
you, that and I do make certain choices.
Yeah.
that
You make
are-
all the choices.
No, I make certain choices that are based on what's right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way we live, the way of my whole, no, it's not going to change. And
Yeah.
so
It won't
there's-
change the world, but it matters to the individuals on the other
No,
side.
correct.
Right? You could apply the same logic to I'm not going to go be a racist because the number of racists in the world barely changes if I choose not to commit hate crimes. Right?
Yeah.
So you could always sort of zoom out and say in the grand scheme of things, my choices
Well,
don't
the
matter.
grand- the grand
but the
scheme-
individuals who are spared that, it matters a lot to them.
I mean, I
right?
changed my diet, like I said, to
Think about the animals.
Yeah. So let me,
Don't
let me-
think
let me-
just
let
about
me just,
yourself.
quickly
Animals
tell you
also.
what's on this flyer.
Tell me.
So one, you said you're in Amsterdam for 2 more days. This is a
No.
map of
tonight and tomorrow.
tonight and tomorrow. So this is a map of vegan restaurants in
Right.
Amsterdam. Would you be willing to check out one of these places maybe for dinner tonight?
It's a possibility.
That's like a concrete step you can take. And then on the other side, there's just some more practical resources, right? Because it sounds like sort of, in terms of your values, it sounds like you agree with us. And
I
you
mean,
talked about
yes,
that there's
like
practical considerations that get in the way of going vegan. So I would suggest that you try something like, for example, Challenge 22. Totally free 22-day challenge. They hook you up with
Brother.
nutritionists.
Hey, I'm gonna enjoy
Have a
your
good
day.
one.
Take care.
I wanted to scold him.
Yeah.
I wanted to scold him so bad.
That's why he started running.
Yeah.
No, he started running before you started scolding.
Yeah. You being nice to people. So fun of it being nice.
Do you think I'm too nice?
To this guy, yeah, he was too nice. This guy needed some scolding. He was definitely the bro type. Like he said, I won the argument. It wasn't about winning the argument.
Yeah.
Like he saw it as, you won the argument.
But that's exactly the point, right? Like I don't think he cares about being logicked more on the on the value side of things.
Remember to hit that like everyone. Why not? You guys should have mentioned raising his kid to learn real justice. That was a good one, yeah. That would have been a good one.
Yeah, that's smart. I've seen a couple other activists take that kind of approach, talking about setting an example for your kids and so on.
Yeah, I would have wanted to bring it to the whole of shit that's happening in the US and how they treat Mexicans, and it's an injustice. And do you really think it's okay to treat somebody differently based on where they're born or how they're born?
Hi, you want to have a conversation with us?
Sure.
Are you okay, first of all, being live on YouTube? You cool with that? All right.
You want to come a little bit further behind? Yeah, there you go. There.
Yeah. All right.
What's your name?
I'm Arno.
Arno.
I'm Augustin.
I'm Sohan.
August.
Nice to meet you.
Chip. I'm Chip. So, we're animal rights activists. We speak on behalf of animals. How do you guys feel about animals?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, intense question.
Is it a loaded question? How do you feel about animals?
No, but
Yeah,
I
love
mean, there's a
animals.
lot of different directions to that
Yeah.
question.
You don't have to think about what the direction is. You can just answer the questions. We're taking you into a direction, but we're not trying to give you any gotchas or anything,
Yeah.
right? We're just trying to establish what your values are. So how do you feel about animals?
I think we should value them as part of our ecosystem. protect them in a way. You know, we have a custodian kind of responsibility, but also, yeah, I'm not a vegetarian.
So say there's somebody beating a dog over here on the street. Would you go and join them? Would you walk on by and say nothing, or would you try to stop them?
I'd probably try to stop them.
You try to stop them. Yeah. Why is that? Why would you try to stop them?
I mean, I guess it comes from belief that animals can feel pain and have a conscience, even if reduced compared to ours.
Okay. But what if this guy is telling you, wait a minute, I'm doing it for exercise. I have to exercise, so you know it's a good exercise to punch a punching bag. So I'm punching a dog.
Yeah, I'd say the benefits.
It's not comparable.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I believe that all life forms is kind of equal, no matter what. And I'm not necessarily someone who's religious. I just believe that in general, as I would say, I'm a humanist, where I believe in like freedom of thought and all that, and that everyone is kind of equal morally. And
so it would be wrong to kick a dog because they're equal.
So the thing is, like, it's not because it's always this thing about, you know, rights and liberty versus freedom, where it's like you have rights, but your rights are limited when they start stepping over the lives of other people and the rights of other beings, living beings.
I like that.
That therefore it's like that's when there's a red line, and then it's just a matter of, I mean, that's obviously everything is constructed by different.
I'm just going to go directly into it because I want you to remember what you just said now. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No,
I just want you to remember what you said just now. Your rights stop when the rights of when it concerns the rights of others.
Yeah.
So about the cows, chickens, pigs, and all the other animals that we force into slaughterhouses for products that we don't need.
No, of course. I mean, I do try to. I'm trying to completely step away from the consumption of meat, and I also believe that yes, it's true that we've built a system, but that's just endemic to the economic system we live in, where it is true that we're exploiting everything for our needs, and I mean not even needs, sometimes it's for leisure, for our wants, and it's true that when you see, like, even for chickens, when they're massively put together in those huge exploitations and then or in cages sometimes, I mean, it's just.
But what if a
horrible.
chicken has a nice life? Is it okay to kill them?
Well, I wouldn't know. Kill them? No.
I mean, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
In a situation, well, if we were still in our hunter-gatherer days, how would you then see it?
So if I were in a situation where the only way for me to survive is to kill an animal,
and that we were still part of the food chain, we didn't have alternatives.
I'll explain it to you this way. If I'm in a situation where the only way for me to survive is to kill a human, I might kill a human, because I need to survive.
Yeah.
But I can't justify that doing on a day-to-day basis where I have alternatives to not kill a human or an animal, right? So when we have alternatives to not treat animals like objects, to not kill them, to not use them, don't you think we should pick the alternatives?
I think your argument makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? It's not my argument, FYI, right? Like it's veganism. That's what being vegan means. Being vegan means we instead of choosing to exploit an animal for whatever reason, maybe including punching a dog, maybe going to a zoo, putting them in a cage, maybe testing on them cosmetics, maybe wearing their skin, or maybe eating their flesh, or maybe even impregnating them to take milk from them. Whatever it is, we say we don't need to do it, so we don't participate in it. We don't do it. Does that make a difference? Because that's what you were concerned.
The core idea is exactly what you said. Is just this idea that we're infringing on their rights, right?
Yeah.
If we believe that they deserve this basic sort of moral consideration, and they deserve the most basic rights, which is just like the right to not have the reproductive systems exploited, the right to not be killed, and so on.
Yeah, because for milk, in order to produce milk, cows, they have to be pregnant. They have to have a baby, right? So farmers, they forcefully impregnate them. They take away their babies because if the baby stays with the mother, they drink the milk. So we say, hey, it's our milk. Fuck off. And then we kill the babies if they're born male because they don't have any production level. They don't produce anything. Whereas the females produce something. So we kill the males, and the females, we impregnate them every year. And when we can no longer impregnate them, which happens like around a quarter of their natural lifespan, we kill them. Is this a nice way to treat an animal, a sentient being, somebody who feels? No. And do you think that we have a responsibility in this when we choose to pay for these products?
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, but the thing is...
We demand it.
Yeah,
right?
But I believe that it's also... it's also more complicated as on a societal level to accept that there are changes that have to be made, and like for most people nowadays, it's still hard to live without butter, without milk, and dairy products in general. Like even I myself, I even though I disagree with the exploitation of animals and I believe that it's wrong, I still have a hard time to not use butter in my cooking and
Can I
sometimes
rephrase your
milk.
sentence a little bit?
Not that much, but yeah.
So I'm sorry for interrupting there. Can I rephrase your sentence a little bit? So you disagree with the exploitation of animals,
Yeah.
but you still support it.
Because I don't have any alternative. I also it's that coming from the fact that I'm a student, and for me, like money is also an issue. Like it's a thing that I'm also mostly looking at the moment. I mean, because I know it's like temporary, and then maybe later on
poor,
once
right?
I
Yeah.
have more.
Do you think that it's expensive to be vegan, or what is the money issue exactly?
I believe that the alternatives, are a bit generally more constraintive and more expensive than, or time consuming at least when you compare to.
Maybe like stuff that aims to replace meat, I guess.
Yeah.
can be
Yeah,
expensive,
some of
but,
those are
like,
expensive, yeah.
Beans are cheap.
Beans are cheap, lentils are cheap.
That's why, like, I like to
bread,
ask people
pasta.
what they think of when they think of vegan food, and they usually will say like mock meats and things like this.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why didn't you just say like a banana? you know,
Oh, yeah, no,
like they're so like the cheapest foods at the grocery store.
No,
are also,
I mean, of course. I mean, I don't buy meat also anymore. But I mean, at first
good.
it was not a choice. Now
Yeah.
it's also there's also
There's
a
a
lot of this
financial
idea.
incentive also.
Yeah, no. At first there was that, and then I mean, also there's everything that comes behind it. So
Yeah.
it's also you think that it's a great way. But of course, there's so many other products that have as much protein. Like you just take lentils for example. There's magic ingredients.
Lentils is not a good source
No,
of
of
protein,
course not.
but tofu, tempeh, these are very cheap almost
no,
everywhere,
also,
and they're pretty good sources of protein. Their protein per calorie, they're very good. They're very, very good because you don't get that fat, so you get so you get more protein per calorie than a lot of animal-based options. But even if you didn't have all that, the reality is we have options. They don't. So when we choose to buy an animal product, whether it is butter or milk or cheese or whatever it is, an animal has to go into a slaughterhouse for us.
Yeah, no, of course.
And we don't want, if we were in the different positions, if we were on the victim side, we would say to the people who's buying that product, we would say, please stop, because I don't want to go into a slaughterhouse. So don't you think we should act as if we were the victims in these situations?
No, I mean it's also. I think this also started a lot with the modernist vision that started with the Enlightenment period, where you're just trying to impose the European man's vision on everywhere else, where they were making like value judgments and they were believing that just the human being was above all other life form, and I mean somewhat based on religion a bit, maybe influenced by religion at the time.
And just to be clear, like we're not even trying to say that humans necessarily have to be equal in moral value to other animals, right? Because when we make these decisions, it's not about valuing animals more than humans or as much as humans. It's just about valuing them more than your taste pleasure.
Yeah, no,
right?
of course.
So it's a very different. Like it's totally. Saying that humans and other animals are not equal is still totally compatible with being vegan, as long as, like you said, you do agree that animals deserve more consideration.
And how much would you guys, if like insect farms were a thing, which they are in other parts of the world, I guess, not really here.
No, I think any form of sentient being, regardless of their size, should not be oppressed or exploited.
Yeah, and with insects,
so
like
you
even
do value their conscious experience.
Yeah.
even if we're not totally sure that they're sentient, like what I always come back to is that we don't need to consume insects anyway. So sort of like the safer bet is to bet on them.
Yeah.
A lot of them we do know.
Sentient.
A
Yes,
lot of them we do know. We
and
do
then
know that
there's
they're
some of-
sentient, but some of them we don't, and we're just erring on the side of caution, right?
Yeah, because what's the consequence of being wrong? Well, it's like either you've committed like a lot of rights violations, or like you miss out on eating your insect further. Or
Exactly.
Pascal's wager.
Yeah, a little bit of a Pascal's wager there. So I mean, with this information that we have this conversation, and we'll provide you with resources to help you adopt a plant-based diet within your budget and within your means. What exactly is holding you back from saying no to all of this? Because in reality nowadays we have ChatGPT, we have Google, we have so many resources available to help us accomplish it. And it sounds like you kind of understand the perspective and the idea, and your values do align. So why not just follow your values and say no to all of it?
No, I mean, I believe that I'm trying to make a lot of steps in that direction.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I mean, I've cut my consumption of red meat completely, and chicken also. And I mean, it's just with eggs, maybe it's a bit more complicated for me.
Let me show you about eggs.
Yeah. No, I mean, with eggs, for example, I would never buy Charles. No, of course, I've seen those pictures. I follow a lot, and I support the action that's done.
Have you seen what happens to male chicks?
Yeah, no.
The ones that don't produce eggs?
Yeah, it's horrible. They're just slaughtered or like.
Wait, I have it here, so I'm sorry. It's all horrible. It's all horrible. If you see those.
So male chicks are like I described in the
I think
dairy
we've all
industry.
seen the,
male chicks are also useless.
Yeah, this is
the
what happens.
documentaries done by.
They get blended up alive.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, because they don't produce eggs, right? So there's no sense in feeding them to grow up to be older. The females, though, they go into small farms, large farms, or whatever.
Because with chickens, the breeding happens in separate hatcheries, separate from the farms.
Yeah.
So on the hatcheries, when the eggs hatch, they're sexed, male and female, and males are put on a conveyor belt that goes into this giant grinder. That's like the most common way of killing them.
Do you think it's fair to judge somebody based on the species or the gender that they're born in, and just blend them up alive if they're born a certain species and gender? It's horrible. And it only happens because we pay for it. That's the reality.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely, because there's some hypocrisy in my worldview for sure. That I can rationally agree with what you're saying, and then I'm stuck to my old habits.
But the thing is, like, for example, I don't know what to think about that, but like my dad, for example, he gets his eggs from he has a house in the country, and he just has chickens that roam around, and then they have produce eggs, and then they just
where
go
did he
and
get
gather
those
them
chickens?
once a day.
Where did he buy these chickens?
He got them from this farm just down the road.
Oh, the farm, that's what they did.
What?
On the farm, that's
Yeah.
what they did
Yeah.
for the males.
So it depends on whether the chickens came from a hatchery that did that, right? Like if they were like rescue chickens or something. And then the other thing is these chickens generally lay many more eggs than their wild counterparts would have, for example. So they lose a lot of nutrients, right? So my concerns would basically be like, are you supporting hatcheries by obtaining these chickens? And then are these chickens being taken care of nutritionally? And then if there's like, because some people actually feed the eggs back to the chickens because they can regain some of the lost nutrition by doing that. So like if you're doing that and then also there happens to be an extra egg, then I'm like, okay, I don't think there's necessarily an ethical issue with that, but that's like a situation that's very detached from reality in those situations. Like almost no one is actually doing.
We're against exploitation, right? We're against exploitation of animals. I think I don't think there's anybody in this world who's for it. And you got to be honest about it. That's the thing. And you cognitively said you're aware of it and you're honest with that. You know what you're paying for. And it's the same with any of these situations, right? You got to be cognitively aware of it. Am I exploiting these animals? And if you see them as resources of something you can take from, then you are exploiting them, regardless if you treat them nicely or not. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right? If you just see them as not as the individuals that you are, but somebody you can just take from, whatever.
Well, you just said everybody is against the exploitation. I don't think that's true. I think probably
There's a lot of people
are like, they probably have a conscious experience, and I just don't care.
There's a lot of people who don't care. You're right. There's a lot of people. Reality is most people do and think the way they were taught to do and think when they were kids. That's it. That's just more and more I realize that as many conversations as you have with people, pretty much everybody's just stuck from the mind of that they were taught as children. They never thought to change their habits. So if that was a religious thing, then they end up in the religious thing. If that was these animals are okay, these animals are not okay because I had a rabbit in my house. Like rabbits is the most interesting one because a lot of people are like, what the hell, you wouldn't kill such a cute bunny. And there's this people who are like, yeah, bunny stew is amazing. So they'll be like, no problem, right? So it's just that already tells you such a story that if you grew up having bunnies, you're not going to do it. But if you if you grew up like not caring, you're not going to care. So I don't want to be that way. I don't think you want to be that way either, right? Like, you guys seem like smart guys. I like that about you. And I think like us smart people, the only way for our society to evolve, the only way for all of us to move forward is if we start challenging these things. Because fuck no, governments are not doing shit these days, and education kind of sucks anyway. So we can't hope that all the new generation will handle it. We gotta be the ones to make the change.
I want to get kind of concrete and just ask you, like, do you imagine the next like 2-3 weeks actually like making these lifestyle changes? Like imagine just from today for the next like 2-3 weeks you decide decided to live a vegan lifestyle.
Yeah.
How difficult would that be for you on a scale from 1 to 10? 10 meaning like completely impossible, 1 being like super easy, almost no effort.
Probably an 8.
Yeah.
Just even, I'm thinking of stuff like
Especially the fact that there's the Christmas period coming,
yeah.
and like it's when you have you're flooded with like all of these sweet products made up from dairy, eggs, and all those.
There's also vegan sweet products, huh?
Yeah, but they're a lot harder to come across. That's a sad reality.
Yeah. How about for you? Like how challenging would it be if you had to put a number on it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm also in exam period at the moment, so in the next 2 weeks, I don't know. But after that,
Do you guys live here? Where do you guys live? Here in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
I mean, you're complaining about here, Amsterdam. It's super easy here, man. It's like
I
this.
live in Brussels.
You live in Brussels. Oh yeah, Brussels is much more difficult. I'm sorry.
Totally different.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's like the reality
Very
for us. We go into a supermarket, we pick a product. The only difficulty that we have is remembering, hey, don't pick the product that exploits an animal.
No, of course.
But
there's so much stuff like for example, I found out recently that like these peanuts that I like have shrimp powder in there.
Jesus.
Stuff like that would get me. Like I wouldn't assume there's meat in that.
Yeah.
So I mean, imagine like I said, imagine you did this for a period of like 3 weeks, right? Week 1, maybe it would be an 8 because you would have to like read a bunch of labels and things like that. How do you think week 3 would compare to that?
Probably easier. Right?
Well, I mean, of course it's.
Yeah, it takes about 3 weeks for everybody to change a habit. 3 to 4 weeks it takes for people to change habits.
So that's what I try to remind people is that like initially it feels daunting because it feels like you're overhauling everything, but the reality is like I went vegan overnight. I wasn't vegetarian or anything before, and for me like the reality was first time I went to the grocery store, a little bit longer than usual because I had to read a bunch of labels, stuff like that. The second time, I remembered everything from the first time, so it was way faster. And then by the third or fourth time, I was barely thinking about it.
Now we don't even think.
Like anything.
How old were you when you made the switch?
35.
I was...
34.
Yeah, I guess I was 27.
Yeah, I don't think it matters necessarily. I think it's just when you started interacting, and what happened is the reason why there's more and more people going vegan these days is because of the advancement of social media, and more people are hearing these conversations, seeing the reality behind it, and they're like, holy shit, this makes sense. Why would I be part of it? That's what happened to me.
Especially when you have big figures like, I mean, the example of Greta Thunberg and other activists like that, who are
they have giant audiences.
Have big impacts.
And it makes changes. And the reality is, even if there was none of that, and there's only us and you and only 1 or 2 people going vegan, and we think, oh, that doesn't make any change. It does. Like if you calculate it statistically, it's like around 100 animals each year that you have the potential to not put into the position of exploiting and slaughtering them.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, like, even that's, I mean, how I see it sometimes, because some people don't see the morality point of view the same. So then how I will present it to them is also like on an environmental point of view, that it's also horrible, like what you're doing, that they're burning down the rainforest in Brazil to like...
The reason why I agree with you about the environment.
And all of that.
So
it's
just highly inefficient.
It's also to speak with people who, because I've already managed to like try to talk to some people who didn't necessarily care about the moral arguments about it.
Yeah.
But whereas the environmental issue is more of a burning question, more of a burning topic rather than...
The thing about it is, though, the reason why I don't bring up the environment a lot is because I want to speak up on their behalf. I feel like I'm the lawyer for the animals, right? Yeah. And the way I see it is, when it comes to the environment, if you look around, there's so many fucked up people here. If I just kill everybody here, it's already better for the environment. The environment will be doing much better off. If I just like every single person on this square, I kill them, the environment is much better off. But I don't advocate for that because it would be fucked up for me. We put the rights of individuals above the environment, and then we solve the environment in accordance to the rights of the individuals being respected first and foremost. So even if it were worse for the environment, I would still think we should respect the animals' rights, because they're individuals who deserve their rights to be respected. They have an experience of the world like we do. Like everything that matters to us in life comes from our experience of life, comes from this idea of how you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I feel like this today, I'm going to be doing this, I feel happy. You remember this, you remember the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you anxiety. They have absolutely all of that. They just don't rationalize it like we do. They just can't do introspection like we do, but they do have memories, they do have emotions, they do have that feeling. And then if it came to a human being who didn't have any of it, who were exactly cognitively like an animal, We wouldn't say you deserve to be treated like that. We're going to exploit you and slaughter you. We could all benefit from it a lot. Like we could enslave intellectually challenged human beings and say, you know, we're benefiting, we're getting free labor and everything, but we wouldn't do that. So because we look so different, reality is because we look so different, because animals look so different from us, we think it's okay to treat them that way.
No, of course.
But it's not, right? They didn't choose to be born that way. You didn't choose to be born human. So let's not judge them based on how they're born. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, well, it's really about like making the connection, and it's also, that's what I was, because it's funny, we were talking about this during lunch, and I was telling him like so many people are disconnected also from like just the vision. Like I think like easily, I mean, yeah, I myself included in that, but like 99.999% of people have never seen an animal being killed, or like what goes into the process of making meat, and
that's why you have the pictures.
And
right?
that's why
we try it here.
No,
Yeah,
of course.
And you should be so
still,
fucking
even
upset
pictures
with.
are not powerful enough. Like when you see it yourself firsthand, like it's really like it shocks you in a way. Like yeah.
It's also, you should be like, I feel like another way to see it is you should be fucking pissed off at these fucking asshole farmers, industries and everything. Every farmer I speak to, they lie, and every single time you catch them with a lie. And I don't know if they do it intentionally or they do it because they also want to believe that they're not bad people, because if you believe that you're doing something awful to individuals because you get money out of it, you feel bad about yourself. So it's like a dissonance.
A lot of farmers are
it's a lot more sensitive with farmers.
Do you not have any understanding of like they rely on that income? Or?
I do understand that they rely on that income, but I don't think it's a good enough justification, because when it came to slavery times, there were jobs where people relied on capturing slaves, people trading slaves and stuff, right? I don't think that money or profit is a good enough justification to do this to animals, I think. And there's also a lot of success stories, especially nowadays, of farmers transitioning to a plant-based farming and then getting way more money in the process, because the animal farming has such a small margin for profit. They have to pay food to feed the animals, then they have to kill the animals, and all of this costs money for them, and they always end up with such a small margin for profit, and all of this on top of the government subsidies, which are starting to get lost, as we've seen also in the Netherlands and everywhere. So nobody's winning in this situation. It's just a habit that we've been taught through.
It is so inefficient.
It's inefficient. It's bad for everyone. So what do you guys want to do with this? Because we've been speaking for a while, and I really want to know, do you guys feel like you want to be part of this, or do you, as Sohan mentioned, 3 weeks, you can give it a try?
Are you advocating for people to go
vegan?
Forgive the wording, cold turkey. Like overnight vegan, or do you say it's better to start vegetarian and ease your way into it?
Listen,
what's the most efficient way to convince people in your?
I have no clue what's the most efficient way. It depends on the person. I'll tell you this: if it came to any form of injustice, if somebody told me you're part of this injustice, this is the alternative, I would choose the alternative, right? And this is what we're doing. We're saying this is an injustice and this is the alternative. How you want to do it, I can't police you what you're going to do going forward. I just want you to know that you can choose to not be part of the injustice, right?
Yeah, most people will decide for themselves if they think they really can't make this change overnight. They'll decide for themselves to go along some other path, like you talked about, also taking steps in your own life. Like most people will do that for themselves. So I'm not here to present that as like as an endpoint. I'm here to say like, look, if you want to be consistent with your own values, and if you want to stop brutalizing these beings for fucking sandwiches, the only way to do that is to go vegan now. And you know, if you decide that you want to kill a few more animals along the way to do that, then like that's on you. But you can do it overnight, and I think for most people, if you have a strong enough reason why, like I did it overnight, like it's something that you can do. There's plenty of resources once you have a strong enough reason why to do it. Like you'll find, and we can also give you some resources. But yeah, that's why we advocate specifically for what the end goal is, and people will take that in a variety of ways.
All right. Let me give you resources.
Let me also grab it.
So there's a documentary here called Dominion. Do you think you can give that a watch?
Sure.
Well, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, so that's all it is. Just to get you educated. I think that's an important first step. Get you educated, and just to hold yourself accountable, and for the animals themselves. Until you watch Dominion, do you think you can not demand their exploitation anymore? Like choose plant-based products? Think you can do that? Until you watch it tonight. It's a couple of meals. It's not that big. You also have my YouTube channel if you want to hear the conversation back. Yeah.
The other thing I want to give you, I'm not sure how much longer you're here in Amsterdam, but this is a map of fully vegan restaurants in Amsterdam. And then on the other side is something, I don't know if you already talked
I
to them
haven't
about
told
challenge.
them about challenge 20.
Okay, so the other thing is like a very practical step on the other side. Challenge 22 at the bottom. So this is this is completely free. It's a 22-day challenge. They send you recipes every single day, and they give you access to dietitians. If you have any questions about nutrition, they help you come up with a meal plan that works within your budget. That's something like very concrete that you can do.
Yeah, but that's a really cool initiative to have that, because I think for many people, and especially talking for myself, and I think I'm not the only one in that situation.
Because you said about budget concerns, they'll help you with that.
Well, then if you've got alternatives like that, and as you said, they send you recipes and things like that. You don't even have to think a lot hard about it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it makes it really easier.
Yeah. Okay. So as something sort of concrete to end on, is that something that you'd be willing to, that challenge something that you'd be willing to take on, maybe together? Because I think it's also
definitely.
easier if you have social support.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
Yeah. I think it'd be good to give it a try at least.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly it. Yeah, because it's we're not doing it for us; we're doing it for them. And you see, we all feel better afterwards. By the way, even I was just saying today that I believe that I don't know if you guys want to be bodybuilders, but I just realized this one thing, that if you want to be a bodybuilder and healthy, the only way is to be plant-based. Sadly, it's because you have to eat a lot of calories. I have to eat 5,000 calories every day, so I have to eat a lot of calories. But I have to eat. I have to eat. I have to eat very low in saturated fat because of that. Because if I eat high in saturated fat, it affects my blood pressure, and I don't want that. And I have to eat low in salt. So that just means, obviously, I can include some animal products, but eating like 50 grams of animal products per day when I have to eat so much more, like 5,000 calories, it means nothing. So it's much easier to just say no, I won't do it. So it's the only way to be heart healthy, because all these bodybuilders, we see them die nowadays early. I think it's because of the saturated fat, because they eat so much, because they have to eat a lot of calories and they end up eating so much. But this is an opinion.
Like the testosterone.
Also the
Probably
TRT, the TRT definitely does not help. Yeah, also that. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Nice conversation.
Oh, have an awesome day.
It was insightful.
Yeah, it was. Have a good one. Cheers. It costs you nothing to be vegan. It costs innocent animals everything for you to be a meat eater. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Sabby Coops, for that. I think that's about it for me. I think I'm gonna go soon. Well, let's see. I'll wait. Sohan, I think I'm done. I think I'm just like, if somebody comes to have a conversation while I'm speaking to the chat a little bit, sure. But otherwise, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Because I have another stream, but
your Sundays are always busy.
Yeah. Is it cold? It's pretty cold. It's not very cold, but it's cold. Definitely colder than yesterday, and I do have 2 pairs of socks today, so I prepared. Yeah. Yeah, this conversation was a little bit more random, more. But I lean into the randomness sometimes. I like to see them.
It seemed like the guy who had already made some changes seemed much more willing to actually make changes. I mean, they both seemed like they were in agreement, obviously. And the hard part is getting them to commit to actually changing something. So I think the absolute best outreach and the most outreach that we should do will be after Christmas. Yeah. Because a lot of people will want to make changes for New Year's. Yeah, I wonder if we could start the conversation themed around like New Year's resolutions or something like that. We probably should. I think for the new year. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah. They're just fighting in there. Fighting in the chat. Draculum versus the world. We're in Amsterdam. Wait, let me put it to all messages. Chip, vegan Christmas dinner recommendations. Well, we're going to be doing a potluck. But what would I recommend?
Well, what I normally had for Christmas. Oh shit! There's this here. I didn't know why I could carry. Well, what I would recommend for Christmas, what I had with my family was. So we had like, obviously meat or something, right? With some roasted potatoes, with rosemary and stuff. You can still have the roasted potatoes with rosemary and stuff. Like you pre-boil the potatoes, you put them in the oven. Afterwards, you crush them midway. You add some rosemary, salt, like you put that big giant clunk of garlic in there. Then you take it out, you mash it, you make a sauce out of it. Fuck me, I'm already thinking about food a lot. I'm already like, whoa, I want that. Yeah. So you can still already do all that, and then on the side you can obviously make a dish made of tofu or something if you really want to. Like you can make a tofu steak or anything.
Yeah, or seitan is a good
seitan.
substitute.
Yeah, seitan is a really good one. I don't use seitan that much, but yeah, it's a really good one.
We had for American Thanksgiving last month, the end of last month, we had also another potluck with some friends, and one of them made like a seitan loaf. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
But it was really, really good.
Yeah. Or plant-based meat if you're lazy. Just go into the supermarket, buy some plant-based meat, add some gravy to it, some sausage, and you're like, that's it. You get some plant-based sausages, and that's it. Like if it's once a year and you want to be a little bit more decadent, no problem doing that.
Seitan is so good, so much protein.
Seitan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is amazing. It blew me away when I saw how much protein is in it the first time.
These two uncles are in their 30s and still don't have a job. Is it true? I mean, I have a job. What do you mean?
Losers. Just out here.
Yeah. Plant-based meat is categorically healthier according to the science. Yeah, we also have some new studies showing that plant-based meat is healthier than regular meat. And also cheaper, at least here now. So. Christmas is about family Jesus, good time, not about veganism. Yeah, so make it about family Jesus and not about, don't cut the throats of innocent animals. If you want Christmas to be about family and Jesus, show some compassion. Isn't Christmas the moment of compassion? The moment where you decide to be a better person? Isn't it being a better person, and compassion means not cutting the throat of sentient beings for optional products? Wouldn't it be an act of compassion to choose to not cut the throats of animals for Christmas? Come on.
Watch the people lose their shit over plant-based meat being healthier. Oh yeah, this happens a lot. People love to say like, oh, it's all made of chemicals. Something industrial. Something processed. Why do meat eaters act like beef burgers are a health food when talking about meat alternatives? Yeah, that's a great question. I always wonder about that too. Like, don't you know that
not too bad.
That plant-based sausage is bad for you? Like, why are you having an English breakfast as part of your like healthy meal plan?
I think that's the misconception, isn't it? Like, I don't think burgers are inherently bad. I think the meat in the burger is bad, but I think meat in general is bad if you ask me. I don't think it's like red meat is what? It's a carcinogenic. White meat, we've realized that above 100 grams is carcinogenic. Essentially, kind of every type of animal product you're going to eat is not going to be great for you. It's just going to be, at best, filling you, but it's not going to be great. So it's not really worth it. But even if it were great, fuck it. Let's imagine you think, oh, it's the best thing ever. Oh, you're going to be so healthy. You're going to be so healthy. Your penis is going to go three times. Even if you believe that, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. And your penis is gonna grow even bigger on a plant-based diet. I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. A blind taste test comparison just crowned another plant-based burger against the meat ones. Yeah. They're amazing.
Yeah, look up the infamous sausage expert.
Oh
on,
yeah,
some British TV
Piers
show.
Morgan. Yeah.
Was it on Piers Morgan?
It was on Piers Morgan, but it wasn't Piers Morgan. It was another British guy, but it was on Piers Morgan. Yeah. You're overselling with exaggerated information. We have data, brother. This isn't me. This is data. All of this is backed up by data. Eating an unintelligent dwarf isn't a big and isn't clever. Yeah. Now the Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you better not eat some animals, okay? Because if you eat animals, you're gonna get to charge. You're gonna get me charged. If you eat animals, you're gonna get a Trump person. The Trump person is gonna be kicking your ass. He spoke it beautifully, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing.
What is the best way to cook tofu? My favorite thing to do is to either bake or air fry it because it's super lazy, and then toss it in some kind of sauce that I've prepped on the stovetop in the meantime. Some kind of stir fry sauce.
Ah shit, there's a Palestine protest coming. We probably should.
Are they coming this way?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have another conversation if they're coming. Let's see.
The occupation has to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation has to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation has to go!
It's fewer people than usual, I feel like.
Yeah, it is fewer people. It's just that, huh? Poor horses. I'm a little human. I'm too lazy to walk. I need to get on the back. Oh, but I'm a little human. I'm so lazy. There's horses here. Let me show you. There's cops on horses. What do we hate more than people on horses? Cops on horses. Look. Look at the little one. He's so cute. And they have the stuff in their mouth, and like you can clearly tell that they don't like it. I hate humans, I guess. I don't know. I don't hate humans. I just hate that we exploit animals this way. It just sucks. Yeah. I had to think about the cops on horses one for a second. Yeah. I'm not convinced eating meat is that bad. Well, if you're made of meat also, how bad would it be if somebody chose to cut you and eat you? Chip, you think so logically and logistically as a vegan, why hate cops? I don't hate cops. I hate the system that they're part of, if that helps. And I think that a lot of them are reminiscent of the system. It's better here in the Netherlands, but a lot of them are reminiscent of the system that they're supporting. So yeah. Am I anti-fascism? Yes, I'm anti-fascism. Are you against fascism?
Yeah, fascism is pretty cringe.
It's pretty cringe, yeah. Yeah. We're against fascism. You want to have a conversation?
A conversation?
Yeah.
About what?
About animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the slaughtering and the meat, how it is?
Just animals in general.
In general.
You want to talk?
Unfortunately, I'm on my way. I don't have so much time, but thank you for the opportunity.
Sure. Have a good one.
day.
Somebody said, therefore, fascism. Yeah. You see, this is the problem that we live in nowadays. You cannot put yourself in the position of the victim. If you're for fascism, it must mean that you're benefited from it. Because if you are the victim of fascism, you wouldn't like it. But I bet you'll be the first to call 911 for a cop to help you. Of course. I never said, again, I said I have a problem with the system. You can still try to use the system and make the best out of it while also criticizing the system. It's not you're using the system, therefore you're not allowed to criticize it. I don't know what the hell kind of logic is that.
Do you think it should be illegal to eat meat? Not if it's lab-grown meat.
Or plant-based meat. I think it should be illegal to exploit and abuse sentient beings.
I got eaten by a wolf in the wild, would that not just be nature? That doesn't say anything about the morality of it. That's just a descriptive.
Yeah.
That's just a description, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
What does that mean?
I guess it is just nature, but you can still recognize that the suffering you would experience is not good, and it's better to live in a world where we can avoid that.
I mean, whatever, man. Like you have choices. The wolf does it because they see you, they're hungry and they have no choice. When you're hungry, you have the choice between killing a sentient being and not killing a sentient being. I like bacon though. I'm a little zombie. I can only eat a bit of bacon. I don't mind that pigs are forced into gas chambers.
What did your forefathers eat? Tofu?
Tofu. Yeah, my grandfather ate tofu. Next. I don't need to take responsibility for eating meat just because you think I should. I think you should take responsibility if you do it. You should take responsibility for all the things you do. What the fuck do you mean? It's not illegal. It's more the norm than being a vegan. That's called an appeal to legality and an appeal to popularity. You have a belief, I respect that you have agency. So if I have agency, should I have the right to exploit and slaughter Sohan over here? I just want to kill and slaughter him. Would that be okay? Because I have agency,
That's the real
as
reason
you
he's
said.
ending the live
Yeah,
stream.
I'm going to end the live stream and
Yeah.
I'm going to kill and eat Sohan.
The
Is
channel
that
will get
okay?
flagged if you
Yeah.
did it during the stream.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. He's made of meat after all. Is that okay? Why are you so bothered by what other people do? Why is it your business? Isn't it their choice? My problem is when other people infringe on the rights of others. So when they exploit and slaughter sentient beings simply because they want to, I don't really care about their choice to do so. It's my choice whether I want to go around punching people on the street. But
Where else are you going to get your protein if you
Yeah.
don't eat Sohan? Exactly.
I gotta eat Sohan, everybody. Say goodbye to Sohan soon. We won't see it anymore. Why are you using a childlike voice to respond? I respond like that to stupid questions. Because the stupid questions are the ones that you can easily Google. That's why I call them stupid questions.
I love obsessive goth girls.
Did somebody say that?
I don't know what that had to do with the conversation, but yeah.
You're immature and not displaying emotion intelligence. That's okay. I'm displaying emotional intelligence. I don't need to display emotion intelligence. Where is Sohan from? US, right? Yeah. Eat a bowl of black dicks. I would. What kind
No,
of?
you wouldn't.
A bowl of black dicks? Yeah.
Where
but
did they come from?
No. I would. Yeah, you're right.
I don't support that kind of farming either.
Yeah. You guys are some definitely eating meat tonight.
The land of the fat and the home of the stupid. Are you talking about the US?
Meat is the best. Yous are the one infringing on our rights to eat meat and not be verbally abused for it like have been. Like the stupid voice, it makes you look a fool. Agent Fussery. Right, we have Habe your faces. I don't know. But British Defense League, funny name, British Defense League. Stop exploiting animals. This is what we're talking about. You can put through your mouth hole whatever it is that you want. But when what you put through your mouth hole contributes to the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of others, we're just telling you can put something else through your mouth hole. Whatever it is that you want. Put in your mouth whatever you want, but don't put the flesh of somebody else who was exploited and slaughtered for that purpose, okay? It's as simple as that. Chip, you haven't converted me yet, but you have me had thinking a lot and making changes. I know it's not enough, but getting there. Respect. Hey, I appreciate you making changes. Just make more changes.
Yeah.
What would you say to that? Like, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think really reflect on how urgent it is, because every moment that you continue to make non-vegan choices, there are more individual animals on the other side of that. So it's great that you have this endpoint in mind and you understand what sort of the baseline is, but the speed with which you get there also matters a lot. That's why, like today, you saw during a couple of conversations, I don't know if you were here earlier, but like I made a point to mention to people, because a lot of people like to say, oh, it's a process, blah, blah, blah. And then I tell those people, like, no, I went vegan overnight. It doesn't have to be a process. It doesn't have to be something that happens in steps. You can just make the change.
Why would we listen to you telling us what to eat if you're being so stupid? See, that's a stupid question. Because we're not telling you what to eat. We're telling you to not oppress animals. Don't oppress animals. How dare you tell me what to eat?
Ooh, where are you going to get your creatine and amino acids from that the body needs?
Who says that?
This orange.
Orange, yeah. Okay, where are you going to get your creatine and amino acids from that the body needs? You get from meat. Only red meat has creatine, and it has very small amounts. And if you eat red meat enough to get the creatine that you claim you need, by the way, you don't need creatine. Your body produces
every
creatine.
gym bro already supplements creatine.
Yeah,
it's a very well-studied supplement. You can just supplement creatine if you really want to take more creatine.
And it's plant-based. And all the amino acids, all plants have all 20 amino acids, including the 9 essential one that we need. I don't know any meat eaters who don't take creatine and BCAA supplements. It's a good point. It's a good point. What's this channel about? We're about respecting animal rights. Okay, bye, fuckheads. Wasted enough time here. Going to fry up some bacon. Oh, you're gonna die faster.
Yeah. Totally owned us by paying for pigs to get sent into gas chambers.
Yeah, you're hurting us by forcing pigs into gas chambers, and while at the same time increasing your risk of colon cancer. Owning us like a champ, and doing all this because you've been told to do this, because you've been told to do this, that it's okay. You're right, you're totally owning our arguments. I feel so owned.
Look at these two betas. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
Unlike alphas who just do the same thing as everyone else around them and don't want to give up their stakes because their friends might make fun of them.
Yeah, we're the betas, the ones who actually challenged our notions, and we decided to change.
Are you vegetarian? No, we're vegan.
Yeah. Do you think you guys will get married? At some point. Not to each other, though.
I was like, wow, that was news to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. What's your opinion on toddlers' development and veganism? Well, we have empirical evidence showing that you can thrive on a plant-based diet and it's suitable for all ages and stages of life, including infancy. I think regardless of whether you're feeding your child animal products or not, I don't think you should feed your child animal products, because everybody who we speak... So there's two sides to it. There's the health side and there's the ethical side. Ethically speaking, I don't think you're doing a good thing by raising your child on animal products, because we speak to more, like if you're new to the channel, you learn that we speak to the most people we speak to on the street will say that they do it because they've always done it, because that's how they grew up doing it. So if you put your child through this, at some point they're going to realize that it's wrong, and you're just going to create difficulty for them to change. So you're going to be putting them in a position where you're just going to creating a life harder for them. Nobody wants that for their child. So if you don't want a harder life for your child, raise them vegan and let them choose when they're older. It's as simple as that. And when it comes to health concerns, I think regardless if you're eating animal products or not, I think you should give some vitamins to your child. I think if you look at the guidelines on how like raising your kids, there's at certain ages you need to supplement certain things, and I think that's the best and most important thing, to listen to the recommendations of the experts about how to feed them properly. And whether that source is animal-based or plant-based, it doesn't really matter. So if you want to raise them with the values that it's not okay to oppress somebody simply because you have power over them, then raise them vegan. If you want to raise them thinking that, hey, a little bit of oppression never hurt anybody because you benefit from it, then you do what you want with your child. I just know that if I was going to have a child, I'm going to teach them the right way, which is animals are sentient beings. They don't deserve to be exploited. And while you're under my house, you're not going to exploit any animals. If you're going to be outside of it, I can't control what you do. And when you leave, I can't control what you do. But I'm going to try to teach them the exact values that I have and why it's wrong to do so. That's it. Clearly gay. Thank you. I haven't seen gay in a while. When people say gay on this channel, that means cool. So thank you for calling me cool. Vegan diet causes early on time dementia. No, it does not.
Evidence, please.
Yeah. How do you feel about killing animals in video games? Do you avoid activities like fishing or horse riding in games? Fuck no. In fact, actually, when I play GTA, I feel
I was about to say the same thing.
I feel bad about killing the animals, but I feel so good about killing the humans.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say, like in GTA, I'm like extremely violent.
I'm also violent, but I feel bad when I do it towards the animals.
To how I feel about humans in real life.
I feel like it's because when you do it, when you're violent towards animals, including in a video game, they're innocent, they're defenseless, they do nothing. Like if an animal attacks me, including in a video game, I'll be like, pew pew. But like in reality, but otherwise, no, I wouldn't want to be violent towards them, including in video games. But obviously, I wouldn't go around on the street telling people don't be violent to animals in video games. I don't care about that. If that works for you, do that. Can I be gay with you guys? I mean, can you be happy with us? Can you be cool with us? Yes. Can you, engage in intercourse between us, in coitus? I don't think you can do that, no. Trump is a pedo, 100%. Trump is a very big pedo. Yes. What does it mean to be sentient? Do you want to handle that?
It means having a subjective experience of the world, having preferences, and being able to experience well-being, typically.
Okay, that's it, everybody. I want to give a shout out to Draculum for being the first to comment on the stream, Tones for being the second, and I think the 40-year-old vegan, David, for being the third. Thank you so much. With that, in case you don't know, we have a little contest on the stream. The first person to comment on the stream, on the live streams, gets a shout out in the next stream. So I gave a shout out already. Thank you so much for being here. What can I say? Be vegan. And if you don't know why we're vegan or what the hell's going on, there's a 3-minute video in the description of the stream. Give that a watch. You'll see why we're here. Follow Kind Future Now. That's Sohan on YouTube. I'm gonna create the collaboration, but it just takes like 24 hours for some reason.
Well, no, now, so the issue is I'm not the only one that runs the Kind Future Now channel. Yeah. There are a few of us, and I'm not the owner of the channel. So I don't have the rights to create a live stream myself. So when our friend Lobo is back, I think in 2 weeks, we'll be able to, we can try the streaming on our channel.
Sohan, you have glorious hair, you bastard. Everybody's telling him that. Everybody's telling him that, yeah. And subscribe, yeah.
But you believe in killing babies.
Yeah, no,
we're trying to ask
nobody's
people to stop
believing in killing babies. We're trying to get people to stop killing babies. Thank you so much, everybody. See you in the next one.